And we're back. Hey guys.
Hey guys, sorry for that delay. We were working out some things with the tournament organizers related to a problem with illegal substitutions. So
That's right.
we've
But
had a change in in rosters that nobody was expecting. So and it kind of got found out. So we unfortunately have had to disqualify a team because of that.
so this may be reflected in Smash GG soon. We're gonna see Hunting Dragons disqualified for that reason, and now we can continue with the stream. So welcome back,
That's
guys.
right.
We're gonna get back to it.
We are going to get back to it, and we are going to be streaming Frostbite versus Legacy.
Thank you so much for waiting. We're gonna continue back to the action here, and if anybody on stream, you know any of the people who may have been waiting, let them know we're back on. Off the dials, back here. We're going. We're gonna make
We're
it happen.
back live again. So
Mhm.
yeah, let me make sure that it's still hosted off of my channel. I think it needs to be. I think ending the stream. There we go. My host is back. So host from my Twitch channel back to this one. So yeah, we're gonna have Frostbite versus Legacy. We've seen Legacy a couple of times. We've seen Frostbite already. So
We have.
we've seen Legacy win 2-0. We've seen Frostbite win 2-0, and so let's see how they match up against each other.
And Legacy, we've seen this as Liam. The weakest link on Legacy is Liam. I think we've seen Frostbite as well, with the weakest link being Rubear. This is
Yes.
actually, since we have seen this matchup before. I think that was in round 2, round 1.
Yeah, so we have not seen
Oh, we haven't seen
Legacy
them
and
fight
Frostbite
yet. Nope.
face each other. We've seen Frostbite in round 1, and we've seen Legacy in rounds 2 and 3. So we're going to see Frostbite and Legacy now, who both have managed to 2-0 the opposing teams at some point. We're gonna see how this goes. So I have a feeling we have some exciting final entries to the Swiss round coming right up.
Oh, absolutely. And in round 4, the maps we're seeing here: Tower Control, Gobi Arena, Glam Blitz, Starfish main stage, and if we're lucky enough, a game 3 over to Rainmaker, Port Mackerel. Mackerel.
Port mackerel. No, it's
Mackerel.
port mackerel. Like the fish. It's like the fish.
Yeah, yeah.
So yes, we got goby, which is another fish, and starfish, which is
Is
it's not a
I guess
fish,
a
is
fish.
it? It is it a fish? I thought the starfish
It's
was
a cephalopod
different.
pod or something.
Another. It's not a cephalopod.
No, it's not
It's
cephalopod.
anybody with any training in biology can tell us what a starfish is, because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's not a fish.
Please classify the starfish for
Please
us.
classify it for us, please.
They all got these cool names. Like
I know.
the class I'm looking at Wikipedia now is Asteroidea,
Hmm.
but maybe there's more. Maybe it goes down to another. Maybe it goes down to an order. No, they're all starfish. That should be the one.
There we go.
I hope that's a Asteroidea. I don't even know how to say that. Science is weird.
Asteroidea.
Patrick.
There we go. They're Patricks.
They're all
Team
Patricks.
Patrick. Team Patrick. Yeah, no, it's the stage named after Patrick. So yes, we got Rubear coming on. Rubear coming back on.
Mhm.
So who are we waiting for? We are waiting for. We got Not Charja. We've got we've got Soul, which is there we go. Suki. That's who we were waiting for.
We're gonna check that one more time again, and while we check that out in a second, I'm just gonna go ahead and plug really quickly. You guys want to follow along with the bracket on Smash GG? I can post that over on the chat. If you want to join the Discord, we have a command for that: !Discord, so that you can jump in on the action over here.
That's right.
On Smash GG, you might actually be able, you might see that Cephalo Gaming is DQ'd. That's wrong. And they're taking care of things in the back end, but it's Hunting Dragons that you don't. That being straightened out, I think we can. I'm gonna start setting up this room.
All right, I think we are good to go. So yeah, we're going to be starting with tower control on Gobi Arena. Always kind of fun to see this one because the tower has that vertical motion that it has to go through in order to get onto that platform, and so I if you fall off the tower there or you get pushed off the tower there back onto the main floor, it actually, oops,
Oh,
if
whoa.
you drop your pen, as the case may be, you're gonna have some problems because you got to wait for that tower to reset down. So again, this is the mid is big and open. So even getting to that first checkpoint is usually a challenge on this particular stage. So getting through the first checkpoint, that is. So I think we're going to see a lot of action in a lot of defense going on in this particular match.
Yeah, that the verticality of the tower really makes it tricky to defend to actually to stay offensive against, because it's easy to jump onto the tower as a defender, and that verticality, aiming from above is really easy to defend. In my opinion, you get to shoot downwards, and that covers the walls of the tower, that covers the tower itself, and it's just so much inking power. It gets to inconvenience whoever's pushing. Pretty easy. I think
Yep,
there's 2
very
checkpoints in
true.
this one. Is it 2 or 3 checkpoints for this guy?
I
Might be
think
2.
it's three. I think it's three. There's a short checkpoint right at the end, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I played it. It's funny because I played it enough, but I don't always remember all of the details of it. It's like I remember the details while I'm in it, but
Yeah.
I don't always remember the details when I'm out of it. So
All that visual memory, it's all there. You just have
that's
to be
right.
there.
It's all there.
But any checkpoint in this case, like the fact that you can jump into the tower at any of the 3 checkpoints, I think makes the tower that much more difficult to push. So we have both teams almost ready. Liam lost. Soul, L overscore Star Soul. And is Soul idolish? That's the one, right?
Yeah, Soul is idolish. I don't believe Soul has a Discord tag that is in our streamer materials. Yes, we do get streamer materials before this, and and because there are often last minute substitutions, sometimes in teams, sometimes in players, sometimes we struggle a little bit. So if we call out the wrong name, please don't hate us too much. So we've got in green, we've got Team Legacy. In purple, we have Team Frostbite.
Set up there. Oh, you see a lot of Legacy grouping up together. That's a little dangerous there to pile up behind that tower in such a small space. And I'll get picked out.
So Frostbite taking the tower right now.
Soul does trade with 2. Frostbite pushing forward with Suki and Silly alone.
Suki trying to take that tower, trying to get it through that checkpoint. That Booyah Bomb, though, stopping the movement through the checkpoint. And Liam, I think, jumping onto the tower, but not able to push it far enough back. But right now, we do have a Splatling. Yes, Splatling on the tower, not Charja, kind of getting taken off with the special. So this is exactly what I was expecting to see. A huge contention for mid. Liam on the tower right now. Charger super jumping into the tower.
Charger standing there. That's going to be a really saucy play. Being able to.
That is a push through that checkpoint.
Yes, the lead goes over to Legacy.
Yes. Artemis with that Charger, taking care of the problem of the tower, but the tower still moving through. Artemis again with that snipe right on the tower. And here comes the blaster to the tower. And the blaster, yes, that would be Soul taking down Artemis. And yeah, there is a trade between Silly and Soul. Yeah, this is the mess in the mid that we knew was coming.
It's always around the basket. It's tough to fight. The skirmish is always going on. And keeping our eyes on Artemis, we actually do get to see. Artemis has shown before that a good backline will definitely getting Charger like that. Will be able to set the stage for anybody else fighting. Artemis really setting their presence, letting their presence be known just by way of picking up some of the switch from the side onto
Liam kind of getting trapped in the back there with that undercover umbrella. Lost chasing down the other players. Liam trying to take the tower, but that Booyah Bomb kind of getting in the way.
Yeah, we're seeing more 1v1s, a little bit of disorganization from Legacy, but as long as they can win their 1v1s and get their footing together, they should be okay. Liam does push alone, he shows that. Liam pushes alone, does get picked off by Artemis, but we'll see how they can continue.
Again, Artemis trying to hold back that tower. Doing a pretty good job too with that charger. And yeah, Artemis super jumping out of the way from that blaster because, you know, you definitely don't want to get hit by Soul in that blaster. Yeah. There's that Stingray on the tower. Look at all of that, all the specials focused right on the tower. It is still a mess in the mid.
Not enough. Legacy still gets to keep it. They're going to push forward to better that 63-point lead.
Oh, that is a triple coming right out of Soul with that blaster.
Oh, blasters can be deadly like that. That's a strong blaster.
Charger currently on the tower.
Not Charger with the armor. Holding that Splatling. Is able to throw the sensor and almost a Booyah Bomb ready. As soon as you can get the Booyah Bomb, you can have that little extra armor and the ability to
clear that third checkpoint. That's that short checkpoint.
It's just Charger now.
There is the Booyah on the...
Clears 3! That Booyah got 3 of them!
That's it. So Team Legacy taking the first one. Once that mid is cleared, it starts to become a march. A very strong march. So yeah, we have Team Legacy coming up with that first victory. Tower control on Gobi Arena.
Man, that we were talking about precision as far as the Booyah Bomb was concerned before.
Yeah, and they don't have a problem with that. There's no problem with precision on the Booyah Bomb here. That tower was one dangerous place to be. You were going to get bombed if you were anywhere near it. So definitely a very, very good opening round for Team Legacy.
Good opportunity there to set the precedent.
So, you know, the next round, though, is Clam Blitz on Starfish main stage. So this one, this can go a lot of different ways. You know, there are a couple of ways to approach that clam basket. And really, you know, really it is going to be this one, if you can camp the other team in, you know, below their clam basket, you're going to have a lot of problems. You know, the other team's going to have a lot of problems, I should say. So it'll be interesting to see where the fights occur on this one. You know, in my experience, usually if one team is slightly weaker than the other, they're going to get camped. That tends to be my experience on this one.
Oh, yeah, it's a pretty easy map to camp on. Just one or two good, precise shooters will just shut down an entire team. I think that the map just lends itself to be that way.
I think so too. So yeah, so Frostbite and Legacy, you know, our weakest links on the teams. Frostbite's weakest link is Rubear, and Legacy's weakest link is Liam, I think. And yes, Liam, I think, is his name.
Full name, that's right.
You know, he's from the I Think family. You know, we don't.
They're always welcome here.
They are always welcome here, I think. So.
So here we go, round 2. This is game 2 of round 4. We're still playing best of 3, so if Legacy can take this one, once again, they're going to end this twist round as far as the stream is concerned. So on green, we have Team Legacy. On purple, we have Frostbite, Team Frostbite.
And here we go. We've got Liam, I think, again with that Kensa undercover, and Rubear going with the K-Pro.
That's an interesting choice, being able to choose the K-Pro. I don't think we've seen very many K-Pros in here, despite it being in the meta.
This has not been an overly dominated K-Pro map. So, you know, what we're seeing is we're seeing K-Pro, we're seeing Splatling and Splatling. So we are seeing, we're seeing Artemis with the Splatling. We're seeing Not Charger with Ballpoint Splatling. Kind of matching up against the Kensa Undercover is Suki with the Splattershot Jr. Have a little bit of a matchup between the Kensa 52 and the Kensa Splattershot Pro, and at short range we have Silly on the Inkbrush Nouveau and Lost on the Cardinal.
Yeah, those short ranges are really going to open up the chance for any pushes. They're in charge of pushing up in front and seeing the opportunity, opening the opportunity really, for any power plants to get on ahead. They blaze the trail. I'm gonna keep my eyes on Lost here for now. Lost seems to be playing a flank situation. Does take out Rubear and sets up an ink for himself to be able to swim all around. Takes out 2 before going down. And that might not be enough to open up a chance there. A chance for pushing. If you look at the map, there is a lot of ink for Legacy, but that's just not enough to reach over to the basket.
Yep, Legacy definitely has the advantage right now in clams. There are 2 clams on the board, although one of them just got taken down. It looks like, ooh,
Lost get in.
Getting one in. They're answering.
There's no follow-up to that, so it seems like this is going to be a pretty quick counter from Team Legacy, not Team Legacy, but Team Frostbite.
Yeah, so Frostbite now is going to get that pity clam, plus they already have a clam on the board and 9 other clams. So Suki, though, getting stopped by Lost, trying to push in that clam. There's a super jump coming in. That is going to be a basket open.
Ooh. With a lot going on.
Silly coming in with another, oh my gosh, look at that. 25, 80 to 25 right now. That is a huge push by Frostbite.
Yeah, Silly taking advantage of the mobility of the ink brush there. Did pick up the power clam that was just kind of lying there from that first mistaken push, and then just capitalized on the chance to be able to run in and score a power clam.
So Legacy currently with 2 clams on the board, now 1 clam, and now 0 clams. Yeah,
Silly flanks for 2,
are
that's
wiped.
pretty good.
They are wiped. Silly coming in there with that brush and just making life hard for everybody.
It's just brush is such, any mobile weapon is such a huge contribution to clam bush in general.
And Silly bursting there, gonna pop one in. There it is. Silly working down the clam counter here. Penalty's only at 2. Can they get another one in? Then they do.
Silly needs to buy time for the team. Most of the clams are either in the middle or in Frostbite's
And Lost
side.
coming in and taking care of that Silly problem. And Suki coming in, getting a couple more clams, holding that basket open a little bit longer. I don't know.
They're gonna need an exterminator.
Stop at 6.
They need an exterminator to get rid of all these Frostbite members.
So a very impressive push yet again by Frostbite. Lost kind of coming in there with the save and stopping everything.
Taking out Silly, that's their main form of opening up any of the pushes, so Legacy's gonna have to wait, or Frostbite's gonna have to wait till the Silly comes back. Seems like the push is gonna go to Legacy.
Lost trying to push it in there. Gets stopped on the way. There are tons of defenders, but Charger sneaking in. Super jumping out.
Gets one, gets out, alright.
That gets
That's a question
Team
mark.
Legacy a little bit more. Liam taking the pity clam, but the push is over.
Yeah, it's a strange decision, only because you do get the extra points, but you're also giving the pity clam to the other team. So Frostbite does have the pity clam sitting there indefinitely right now.
So Liam currently with the pity clam, defending the pity clam against Silly in that brush. Liam currently carrying one of the clams. We might see another push. We're going to see another push right now.
This is going to be a good push. This is a big push. 3 down.
Huge push coming in.
42
Legacy
points,
coming
27.
in. Wow. Look at that.
A little too much.
Suki, though, carrying one of the clams.
Ooh, it doesn't seem like it's going to work.
We're going to overtime. Can Lost build a clam? No.
With all your team members down, waiting on the timer to come back, I don't think you get much a chance to build another power clam to extend the
No, the basket was still down, and that was that. But that last second push by Legacy was something to see. But our winner in this one is Frostbite. Again, 2 huge pushes, one from each team, just timed a little bit differently throughout the course of the match.
Yeah, getting to the 6 points is not easy. Especially, like we said, in a map like this, you can get camped out. Camped
Absolutely, and we
in your
saw a little bit of that camping going on too. There definitely Legacy was having a little bit of a camping problem in their court there. So again, I think I think we saw some pretty strong play by both teams in this case.
Oh, yeah. From what I've heard, the best advice I've heard for getting camped is thinking about your composition. If you're a frontline, you kind of have to take a second. Don't jump in to see. Not that I'm saying we saw that in this game, but just in general advice. um, if you're frontline, don't jump in to try to fight everybody, to fight whoever's camping you. And while you're doing that, just like kind of ink the floor, and then letting anybody else who's on backline just go for the easy clap.
There you go. Yeah, and you know it's true. Ink coverage actually matters a lot in this game, and sometimes it's easy to forget that. You know, you just rush in
Mm-hmm.
and you know, into enemy ink, and you have nowhere to go at that point. So sometimes you just do have to take that second, turf everything that you can in order to regain some control, build some specials, and then get rid of the invaders, repel the invaders.
Get them away. They're allergic to your ink.
That's right, they are.
Their eyes start watering and their nose, they start sneezing. It's very distracting.
So we are currently at 1-1 Frostbite and Legacy. We're coming up on Rainmaker on Port Mackerel. This is actually one of my favorite Rainmaker maps. You know, there are a couple. Again, I sound way too much like John Madden when I say stuff like that. But you know, there's a couple ways that you can go on this. But you know, there's the sponge route. There's the route to the right, and if you're really sneaky, you can sometimes come around to the left. You know, after you get off the sponge. So it's you know, it can be quite interesting. How you might go on this. I know I have been caught by people coming around where I don't expect them on this. So big long map, good map for chargers and long range weapons too. So control the lanes. Mm-hmm. You can control the Rainmaker.
I think Legacy was deciding whether they wanted to go charger or not, because that was the first time, one of the first times I saw them choose a weapon down to the. There it is. Down to the
charger. Hey, and Artemis and Soul both have chargers on this. Both scopes, same weapon. Splatter scope for each of them. So, yeah, this is gonna be good. We have a lot of long range weapons on this too. We actually have a Nautilus, and we also you know, of course we have the requisite K-Pro.
Naturally, we're gonna see that K-Pro all around. Become a part of the platoon at this point. But we have chargers on both sides. I think the exact same charger too. That's a splatter scope. But we see Team Orange. Which one is that? Frostbite. Frostbite on Orange has one more short range than Legacy.
Here come the Stingrays.
We're gonna see a battle of Stingrays also. This is gonna be pretty popular here. It's gonna be Soul versus Artemis over here. You're gonna see a lot.
So Soul taking the Rainmaker right now, making that push on the right, taking the right route, trying to avoid that suction bomb coming in. Team Legacy getting stopped. Silly with that Nautilus 47 stopping the Rainmaker push.
That is a solid push though. 29 points is difficult to get in through that narrow corridor you just saw. Especially for the Nautilus or the Charger, they're gonna have an easy time aiming down.
So Rubear with the hammer, trying to clear a path, but everybody kind of got behind the Rainmaker in this case, making it a little difficult for that push to get too far beyond mid.
Silly does pick out Soul on the side and Charger. Look at that. 3
wow.
gets lost as well.
Look at that. Silly going crazy with that. I think is Liam next. Yep, Liam is next. Silly getting a rolling quad with the Nautilus.
Rubear a little nervous.
Doesn't give enough time. It looks like, are we going to see the sponge route? We have the sponge. No, not the sponge route. But Silly kind of up on top, defending.
Silly's dangerous with that Nautilus.
Silly popping that ball or stopping Liam, but Soul coming in and shooting Silly, getting Silly out of there.
Silly's leading this game with 11 splats.
Oh,
that's a lot of splats.
Artemis with the snipe.
Can support very well with that Stingray. Rubear going ahead, actually grabbing the lead for his team.
That is a sacrifice push. That's probably that is an excellent choice at that time.
Rubear, despite being the weakest link, decides to make the choice to jump forward, and sometimes that's all you need. You just need to take a breath and jump in.
That's right, and that resets the Rainmaker. So it's we're kind of, you know, currently we do have a little bit of just a tiny lead for Frostbite.
I'm still shook by that quad earlier we saw with Philly.
That rolling quad was something to see.
Ooh, just great positioning on that Nautilus. Really just does wipe everybody out. Artemis has the Stingray again. Are we gonna see it?
And the Rainmaker getting stopped, or no, not really. It's still stuck in the middle.
It seems Frostbite
There's a lot of action going on in this particular match. It's kind of hard to actually pick something to focus on. And there is Rubear coming in with the hammer, hammering a path to the oh my gosh!
Oh wow,
good
good soul. That's a nice aim.
That was a nice hit.
It's really a shame they couldn't.
There is
follow
now
up
a
with
live
that.
path. Will they cover it? Yes, it's already getting
It's
covered.
already done.
They know what's going on here.
You get a few seconds to react on it. It's not gonna.
And Rubear currently with the Rainmaker. And kind of Rubear right in the sights there from Soul.
Oh, are we sure? Rubear is a very confident player. Are we sure they're playing their A rank after all? This is looking really good. Lost.
You know, you never know. Sometimes rank is not the only determiner as far as skill. So.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I think gonna
and
get
that
taken
Stingray
down.
stopping the Rainmaker.
More Stingray battles going down. Soul does take out
20
Artemis.
seconds left. Oh, trade in the back. All right, charge it with the Rainmaker.
This is the last chance they have.
This is a now or never type push.
And with both snipers up.
And the snipe. The snipe on the Rainmaker.
Maybe that's enough time. Ooh, they get to pop it again.
Artemis. Oh, wait a minute. Soul's got it this time.
Oh.
No. Oh.
I think
Wow.
Soul grabbed it, and because he did, they had one sniper less on the team. You don't want that against Artemis.
So that's going to give this round to Frostbite. So with a score of 2-1,
Wow.
taking this Swiss round, we have Frostbite. So
that was close. That was actually really close. And
that was so close. That sacrifice push in there really actually did come into play later on, as we saw. So Rubear's sacrifice push. Wow.
interesting choices to see there. Again, it's all a team game. You guys need to know who to send, when, where, how, and that last play was definitely a misplay. I'm gonna call it a misplay.
Well, I think sometimes that timer starts running down. You've got to do something. If you don't pick it up, it's over. If you're the only one that's there, doesn't matter what weapon you play, you have to pick it up.
Oh, yeah.
You have no choice, even if your team isn't in position. And so you just have to go with it. And that is the thing. There isn't really a cookbook that works 100% of the time in this game.
That's true. Yeah. Any strategy can work. You gotta make it happen. So that concludes round 4, Swiss round 4 of what's going on here. That means we just saw Frostbite, right? Yeah, Frostbite 2-0
Yep.
Legacy.
It was 2-1. It was a 2-1. Legacy did get one in there.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm rewriting history here.
We're rewriting history. No, we don't. We see enough of that on the news nowadays. So
don't worry. I'll be
we
better.
don't need to do that. We don't need to do that for our tournament today.
I'll do better. But now we've got Gucci Gang standing on top. Swiss score of 24. Wait, are all the matches over before I read the thing?
I believe. I don't know that Frostbite versus Legacy has been officially certified yet. Again, team captains, please be sure that you certify your matches on smash.gg. Okay,
actually, we're also gonna need eJam to update Ink Dragons versus Cephalo Gaming, because the Smash GG is still showing that as a DQ, which is incorrect. That's not happening. Cephalo Gaming is still in the game, and I would like to see the results to that. result.
Yes.
Xanadu does get the bye. Gucci Gang never does a match against Hunting Dragons because of that DQ. That's legit. And then once we get the final results, we get to read it off, and then we'll take a little break before we jump into the single elimination top 4.
That is right. We will be doing a single elimination for top 4. Again, we do have one disqualification, so we are working out after that happened who the top 6 are. So it makes it's a little bit of work for DJM and Lepto to fight through the Smash.gg bracket system in order to in order to determine what's actually going on. So
Trudging through the
everybody
code.
sit tight. They're working on it. DJam has to do a little bit more manual work than I think he bargained for, and it's early in the morning for DJam.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it is early Sunday for DJam.
It always has been. I think it's actually a little later now that hopefully. Sure.
Yeah, actually, I think they're the Australian daylight time, I believe, has started. So
And daylight time has ended for us.
yes, it ended beginning of the month for us.
Still early. Still early.
Sun's setting here, so I think sunset is before 4:30 where I'm at. So it's
Man, but as far as we know, Gucci Gang has been keeping it real Gucci. They're going really good. Like that.
yep.
Before we see what's going on. Oh, I think it's updated.
I think we're seeing updating. Yes, final score: Frostbite 2-1.
We're still seeing Ink Dragons and Cephalo.
Yep, Ink Dragons and Cephalo Gaming is still showing up as 0 DQ, but we are waiting on all the final stuff on that because Cephalo was just late checking in.
I do want to hold off on that too, because depending on these results, it might determine who goes to 4th. Who takes the
That's true.
4th slot. So if you guys want to follow along in chat, I'm going to post that Smash GG page again over there. Again, you can join the Discord if you ever want to join these tournaments. It's always open. You can come in alone, and we and off the dial, the TOs, not myself specifically, end up can sort you together with a nice team. You don't have to bring an entire team of 4 just to make it happen.
Yeah, make sure you join the Discord for more information about all of the tournaments. Usually about one a month. The next official It's Dangerous to Go Alone is likely to be in the month of January. So we may see another special series here in December yet, or we might not. It really depends. Everybody kind of gets busy, and DJam is graduating, so he's got stuff to do.
Hooray!
In December.
Nice.
So
I'm actually seeing in chat as well. We got some people bashing themselves for not winning. Guys, everybody's a winner. Come on, you just by competing, you're making all of this happen, and we appreciate the fact that you guys are here. Like that's you may not be first place, but just giving it the effort, just have some fun.
Well, and especially if this is your first tournament, it's getting the tournament experience is a big deal. I think I've mentioned a couple of times that I host a 1v1 tournament, and a lot of times the people that are very new to it, they don't do as well as the people that have been playing it for a while. And but it's getting that tournament experience. I have seen steady progress from people who keep coming back, and you see steady progress, and then you get some people that go from being nervous about playing to being actual threats, which is actually one of the best things to see as a streamer or as a player, to see the progression of other folks. So think of this as a chance to get your feet wet in the whole tournament scene, the competitive scene, and start on your path to being a threat. So look at it that way.
You gotta start somewhere. And I think the most fun thing I've heard about going to like LANs and stuff, just competing in general, is that if you feel like you're the worst one in the room, you're probably learning the most. Because everybody else is that much better.
Yeah.
So that's what we hope to do here. Get people a nice environment to keep learning how to get better. If you want to, that's your speed. I'm happy being at the rank I am. Solo queue is not for everybody.
No, it is not. I've kind of promised my viewers that I would work on my solo queue a little bit from time to time, and I do my 45-minute streams every once in a while that are just solo queue because I can't really take it for much more than that.
That's
and
when the salt comes out at that
the
point.
salt comes out, and I don't like being salty. I don't like being angry. So you wouldn't like me when I'm angry, but but yeah, it's so I've been working on my ranks too. I may have more than 3,000 hours in the game, but I don't have X ranks. So it's we
it's
all have taken different paths to get where we're at.
it's
So
it's all in private battles.
that's right. Yeah, yeah, actually a lot of it is. So a lot of those 3,000 hours are private battles. So I play with a lot of X rank players a lot.
Yeah,
So
Zana knows how to have fun.
I pick up a couple tips and techniques here and there. So
I stream exclusively ranked. I'm on the other side of the spectrum there. Like
yes.
I almost don't do turf. I almost don't do private battles, but ranked, I like the energy.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
I don't get
and
too
I
salty.
can't stand the salt. So
From time to time, you find yourself thinking like, "What the hell are they doing?" But it,
time to time.
but half of the time,
Oh,
for me, it teaches me like I have to think to myself, "What the hell am I doing?"
that
'Cause
is true. That is true. And basically, if all you play is solo queue, you learn very quickly how to carry your team. If you play in team environments a lot, you have to unlearn a little bit of that in order
yeah,
to gel with the rest of your team a little bit. So I've done both. I do prefer the team part of it. I usually know what role I can play on a team, and I've had a couple of good captains along the way that have helped out. So it definitely works well that way.
oh yeah, and everybody's got their own style too of captaining.
Yeah.
It's all between how people gel together.
Absolutely, absolutely, and again, when you know what to focus on, you only have to focus on 30% of what's going on rather than 100%, which is what solo queue seems to be. Is you focus on 100% of what's going on. It's different. It's different, and when you can rely on your team to do certain things, I find that can be you know giving that trust in solo queue is actually a much more difficult thing.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of like a boot camp on
yeah,
trusting everybody.
yeah,
So it's got to keep your eyes open. I'm like 2100 clean. Hopefully I can do 2150 by next month.
nice.
And just slowly grow. It doesn't happen overnight. It really doesn't. Um, I think is before we
I
go
see
on break
DJM
for
typing.
yeah before we go
I
on
see
break
DJM
for
typing.
the last to start going into round top four, I want to leave you guys with the accurate standings. So I think with DJM's getting ready that announcement to see where everybody is, what's going on.
Yep, we are waiting on that announcement. Oh, I see what he's done. I actually see what's going on.
Is there something behind the wall? Are there writings on the wall that I can't see?
There are writings on the wall, yes. I can see something in Smash.gg. And yeah, the semifinal starting at 4:30 p.m. Central Time, which is 6 minutes ago. So
We will definitely delay that a little bit.
it'll probably be
Hey, a
delayed a
10,
couple of
minute
minutes.
delay is not so bad considering
And
some of the other tournaments we've done.
all right, so it looks like it is going to be Gucci Gang versus Inked Dragons is going to be our finals round 1A best of 5. So we're going to have Gucci Gang versus Inked Dragons. We're going to be starting on Splat Zones in Black Belly Skate Park.
Mm,
And
that's
following that,
yeah. Sorry, go
yep,
ahead.
following that is going to be Frostbite versus Legacy, and all matches will be streamed from this point out.
Yes, and that I think we would take a break before that, but that actually opens up. I want to just mention that Ink Dragon was sitting at sixth before.
That's right.
They made it into the top four. Good for them. So our top four
Yeah,
seems to
so
be
it's definitely it pays to stick around.
our top four seems to be Frostbite in first place, Gucci Gang in second. We've got Legacy over in third, and then Ink Dragons reaching up to the fourth place, able to do it. We got Dragons still. So, after a quick 5-minute break, let's jump into those top four. You guys ready?
I know I'm ready. I
All
know I'm
right.
ready, but we have a 5-minute break coming up. So stick around. We'll be back very shortly.
See you guys soon. Hey there, welcome back to Off the Dial Special Series 2, Weakest Link. Here we are in the not grand finals, but the, single elimination top
Semifinals.
4 semifinals. If you're just tuning in, we've been at this for a bit. It's myself, Sauce, and Zada here joining me.
And hello, everybody. Yeah, we are in the semifinals. We just finished the opening Swiss rounds, and so our top 4 teams are Frostbite, Ink Dragons, Legacy, and Gucci Gang. And we're going to be watching Gucci Gang and Inked Dragons face off. You can probably guess who Gucci Gang is just by looking at the screen when you see them.
That's no surprise. This can't be. Before we do start, many thanks to Cephalo Gaming for competing. Many thanks to Xanadu for competing. You guys gave it a shot, and hopefully next time you get to make it to the top 4 yourself.
That's right.
There was another team. Was that Hunting Dragon? Was it called?
It was Hunting Dragons. Yes.
And thanks for playing as well, but of course disqualified for illegal substitution. So we will be moving on with Inked Dragons taking out 4th place. Now this is are we going to best of 5 here?
This is best of 5. So we are in a best of 5 at this point. Our first round is going to be Splat Zones on Blackbelly Skate Park. This one always seems to go for 5 minutes, that's for sure. Because those 2 zones, if you can control the central tower, you're good, but you're also a huge target. And you're constantly seeing zones flip in this particular one. So this is not the classic single splat zone. This is the 2 splat zones that are pretty close together with a big barrier between them. And this is, I expect it to go the full 5 minutes. So
it's never easy to get a KO here.
Expected.
Actually, sometimes when I'm in solo queue, I see that KO sometimes.
Sometimes you can see it. Again, I think this is one of those maps where if you get camped, you're gonna have problems. So avoid being camped. We were talking about camping a little bit before the break. This is one where camping is much worse, especially with splat zones.
So let me switch the screen over to the teams we've got here. That everybody can see what's going on. We've got Team Gucci up there on top, previously Yeehaw, and we've seen them a few games. They've been doing pretty well throughout. Actually, I think they're top right now. They've won all their games, and then we've got
Inked Dragons. This is the first time that we've seen Inked Dragons today.
Yeah.
Inked Dragons, their main members are AJ, Halo, and Frozzy, and Squatty is their weakest link. And again, weakest link means that they just don't have a team, and their highest rank is S+, and at most 2 modes. So that's how that works in this particular tournament, in this particular structure. So again, we're getting back in here for the semifinals. This is a special series tournament from our friends at Off the Dial, and what that basically means is that this is kind of an experiment. This is something that Lepto and DJam worked out, and basically established teams taking on a 4th member, training that 4th member for about a week, and seeing how they do. And so far we've seen some really good action going on. And in fact, a lot of times I'm spectating the weakest link, and the weakest link is usually making some pretty impressive contributions.
Oh yeah.
So it's been a lot of fun to actually watch how these teams have gelled with a new member.
Actually, yeah, Rubear in the last match ended up going forward and took the lead for Frostbite, winning Frostbite 2-1 over Legacy in that last match. Rubear being their weakest link, so sometimes it's all about the communication.
Communication, absolutely. So let's see how this goes. We got Inked Dragons in the orangish color, and the Gucci Gang in purple.
Gang.
And hey, we're seeing 2 Kensa Dynamos, 1 on each team. These are some interesting comps that we're about to see here.
Yeah, what's the appeal of that Kenta Dynamo? They're probably going for the Booyah Bomb to be able to.
Usually, the Booyah Bombs definitely, and if you get on top there with the Kensa Dynamo or any Dynamo, you have a really good chance of covering the entire zone. So It's
That ink-hungry weapon just is not going to make it easy for anybody.
I have been held off more than once by a dynamo on this particular stage, so
Actually, on top, we do see AJ taking the tower, being able to look over the entire area and just ink, making sure that second point is ink, and leaving a pretty good 80-point lead, or I should say, good 80 points for Ink Dragons there.
But yeah, look, there's that zone flip going on right there with the Booyah bombs and everything else. Now we have the Gucci gang in control of both zones. Ooh, the Gucci rat getting stopped by Halo in the back.
Halo
We'll
trying
change
to
the
go
lead
to the
right now.
side. With the splashdown ready on deck, is forced to use it, does take out one, and is able to, that's actually taking out two. If they can get it together, Ink Dragons will take back the point for that.
Halo trying to get rid of the Gucci lion in the back.
The Gucci pest.
Gucci gang trying to retake control of the zones. But the Ink Dragons are currently in control.
As long as Ink Dragons can keep it together, they're able to take that lead.
No, the lead is not changed. It's so close. Gucci gang. Okay, the lead has changed so far. This is exactly what I was expecting. A lot of flipping of the zones back and forth.
What makes this a 5-minute game? You're gonna see that fly back and forth all the time, depending on what skirmishes people win, where they position themselves. We still see the rollers standing on top when they feel like it. That is the dynamo move, the dynamo life.
The dynamo life indeed. Gucci gang back in control.
Halo sitting on the side, and instead on the tower this time you got a Hydra Splatling looking over everything, making sure, playing sniper basically, making sure everybody is keeping a far distance from those 2 points. It's a pretty good move, and actually does get the lead back.
Yep. Gucci gang with that lead. It looks like that Booyah bomb is going to stop that timer. Gucci rat currently has a special.
Bomb special. You know, ink everything when they get the chance.
Gucci gang back in control.
Clean lead as well. As long as they're able to keep that control together, that lead gets further and further away from Ink Dragon's reach. Rat tries to get the hit off the Splatling, but Brazzy is able to get one off. Does take one of the points back, but we need 2.
And Ink Dragons? Yeah, Ink Dragons has regained control of both zones.
You have to hold it for a solid 20 or 30 seconds, and with a minute, 40 seconds left on the clock. It's still a lot of time.
Those Booyah bombs coming in, making it really tough. Brazzy trying to get rid of the problem on the tower. But those bubbles falling down. Custom Hydra Splatling actually taking care of that problem. The fall-off damage on that Custom Hydra can be something else.
I think that's why Lion decides to go on and flank in the side instead. Lion's really deep in their base for a Hydra. Is able to get it off and has the armor ready for their team. Oh, Gucci gang solidly ahead in the lead. 26 points left. And actually getting out the ticker. Getting out that 2 extra points there. Can we see a KO? Is it gonna happen?
And no, we just saw a control change. But yeah, maintaining control of all of these zones, all of them. There's 2, all of them. that can be a trick. That can be a trick in itself. So really what we're going to have to see from Ink Dragons is some control back in the mid. Ooh. And it doesn't look like they're going to... It looks pretty tough for them right now, but wait a minute. AJ with that dynamo in the mid.
Alone on top, AJ's not going to be able to do much.
AJ getting stopped. Brazzy taking one of the zones, but Gucci Lion coming right in there.
Such confidence from Gucci Lion. I respect that. The fact that you can take the Hydra, walk into the enemy point, and just make a problem.
The Hydra, it has such a long charge time, but once you let it go, you get hit by 2 drops of ink and you're dead.
Mhm.
So it is a nasty weapon to go up against at any type of short range. The only way really to take down a Hydra that's firing is from the side, so or the back. So it sounds pretty obvious, but it's not because when they turn those things, they're gonna find you and you're gonna get hit. So
I got to take a page or two from that because half of the time I'm really scared to go in with Hydra. But
oh
yeah,
yeah,
it shows you can do it. You can do it.
it is kind of like fire. It's kind of like sniping. The Hydra is a lot like sniping in some ways, in that you have to deal with that long charge time. But again, seeing a lot of back and forth, I knew it was a 5-minute round going in, and hey,
There
not
it was.
disappointed. Not disappointed at all. So coming up next, it is tower control on Inkblot. So yeah, this is always a fun one too. That tower route, kind of once it rounds the corner, rounds the bend,
Again, lots of corners in this one, and we don't
lots
get
of
the middle.
corners.
We don't get the middle tower anymore.
That's right. The middle tower is gone. The middle tower is replaced by the little tower, also the one that you're supposed to control. So this should be quite interesting to see. Again, Inkblot Art Academy, again, lending itself well to snipers and long range weapons. Although in tower control, I think we're going to see some Booyah Bombs going on here. And that's a pretty popular one for this. So K-Pro, pretty useful on this particular stage, this particular mode. Blasters, as always, on tower,
Always, right.
as always.
And we've been seeing a lot of Sploosho-matics in this tournament, actually.
We have seen a lot of splooshes. The sploosh 7 with the hammer, also known as the ultra stamp, being a great option. I happen to know that Gucci Fish is a sploosh main by trade, so I know what she's up to. That's her favorite weapon, even since Splatoon 1. So
Well, that'll definitely do it. You're comfortable with whatever weapon you're comfortable with, and flexing to a meta doesn't exactly always work. If you're not comfortable with K-Pro, don't play K-Pro. But I expect another Sploosho since we've been seeing so much Sploosho-matic in here.
I'm sure we're going to see some sploosh. So here's that sniper that we were waiting for. And yes, we have Gucci Lion with that Hydra again. So yeah, we're seeing the sploosh. We're seeing NZAP 85, which is going to be an armor builder over on Ink Dragons. So we're going to see some good stuff with that. We see that custom rapid blaster. Oh boy, look at that! That was a trade in the back between the Kensa slider shot and the rapid blaster there.
An interesting point, an interesting thing about this tower pathing is that it does go up the uninkable ramp going into the enemy base, and that you can choose to ride the tower or use the tower as defense while you're going up that uninkable ramp, which usually is pretty difficult to go up. It's such an obvious path, and you can't hide or swim or do anything past it. And here they are clearing it.
So Squatty is the one with the rapid blaster deco, I believe. Yes,
Yeah.
Spotty the weakest link there. Yeah, for some reason I have custom on the brain because of all the custom Hydras I keep seeing. Scene 1 is all of them, yes.
No, that would be the deco, and they're using ink.
And Gucci Lion currently with that Hydra.
I mean, Squatty wants to take a more offensive. Squatty would want to take a more offensive approach, if I'm not mistaken. They're pretty solid front line. When they need it, they're going to go ahead with that inkjet. So I'm actually curious to see they pop off there. I want to see that.
Ooh. The Kensa Dynamo taking down the Fling Zone. Gucci Lion currently on the tower. It's dangerous when you have a Hydra on the tower.
We normalize Gucci at this point. Gucci? We can just say Gucci without a problem. Oh my god, a big white.
Oh,
the suction bomb.
And one well-placed bomb takes Gucci Lion and Gucci Fish off the tower. The Gucci Cat managing to get back on with that dynamo.
That extra second does help though. Instead of 10 points, it's 15 now. Ooh, and that means they're still in the game. Ink Dragons will be able to is trying to push forward, but Rat doing a great job.
Gucci Cat pushing with that, trying to avoid getting blown up by another suction bomb. And this could be it. This almost Halo almost there to stop it.
Nope.
AJ getting on the tower and saying no, it is stopping at 1. Get out of here, Gucci gang. The Inked Dragons are coming back.
That's why you need that solid backline. I think Gucci doesn't really have I guess they have the Hydra as a backline, but that Hydra's playing very, very much forward.
Gucci Cat taking down the Inkjet. Squatty with that Inkjet. Wow, AJ with the snipe, but getting caught in the Booyah Bomb.
It's caught. They're at 1 point. Gucci gang stopped at 1 point. That's like down to the wire. And if
that was definitely the stop at the right time. This has to go to a knockout for the Ink Dragons. Squatty currently on the tower, pushing it through that checkpoint. Both teams are back to full strength.
What they're going to hope to do is actually set up that armor and pair it with maybe a missiles to be able to, missiles and Inkjet, which they've used by now, to be able to push forward. But it seems like Halo's kind of caught out of position. They don't get the chance to use the armor just yet, so their push is not going to continue on.
Halo taking down the Dynamo, but Gucci Lion with that Hydra coming in and taking down Halo.
If they can coordinate their specials, this push will be very strong.
Absolutely.
It's a good set of specials that we have for this mode.
Still have a minute left. There's still time for both teams to cap the tower. And again, with overtime,
I don't know, Gucci seems like they have a pretty solid grip on this tower here, and with the Ink.
Well, turf control is definitely in Gucci Gang's favor right now. They are controlling almost all of the territory. Here comes that Stingray, though. That is going to clear anybody off the tower. Gucci Rat coming in there, but getting splatting Frozzy, but Halo coming in and saying nope.
AJ's
they have 21 seconds left.
AJ's Stingray was stopped a bit by the missiles, but it seems like it was still enough to stop that push altogether. With 10 seconds left, they have to get control of that tower, or else they're not going to be able to.
That's right. Okay, so Squatty has jumped on the tower. Squatty was the only one there. Halo trying to get on the tower, but unable to do so. That's going to be a Gucci Gang victory, taking it all the way to 1.
Gucci victory. They did take it all the way to 1, like we said. Ink Dragons needed to take that all the way down to 0, get some good coordinated pushes. I did see a lot of dropped specials. And if they had just brought everything together, kind of like stitched all the plays together, they could have gone way close to 1 actually.
Well, and I believe it was AJ that stopped the tower at 1, so that gave them that gave the Ink Dragons a fighting chance there. So you know, again, it's all about advantages and opportunities, and in this case, you know, Gucci Gang had a little bit of an advantage over the Ink Dragons. So fantastic match though, definitely fun to see. Oh no, are we going to see Clam Blitz on Black Belly Skate Park?
Going back to Black Belly. Let's go. Clam Blitz in this one is a little rarer. I usually don't.
I see this one probably more than I would like, because as you pointed out earlier, I do a lot more private battles, and so this one shows up fairly often.
Oh.
So it's yeah, this is kind of a tricky one because you know, people usually come down the half pipe, and but you know, if you come around the corner as well and get onto the grates, that can also confuse the other team, because you can actually toss from the catwalk into the clam basket as well. So there are a couple ways to approach the clam basket that will catch the other team off guard. And you know, it's very interesting to see which approach everyone takes. It's fairly easy to defend the half pipe, but when they start coming around the corner and coming over the top, then it actually becomes a bit of a challenge.
As if the whole map isn't challenging on its own.
As if the whole map isn't challenging. Well, sightlines again start to play a role in this particular map.
Right. If you can't get a good view on whoever's looking, look for the power clam.
That's right. That's right. And all those clams are spawning at the beginning here. In purple, we have Ink Dragons. In green, we have Gucci Gang.
And the basket
Let's
placed
see what happens.
the basket placed clearly next to the half pipe, which makes it very difficult to get to. Like you were saying.
Yeah, it is. It is a straight shot up the half pipe, but again, it's an easy defense. So we
That's
are
easy to get
seeing
to if it's
a
defense.
Sheldon's tent umbrella. Yeah, the tent camo umbrella.
Tent umbrella.
We got
For hammer?
Squatty with the umbrella. One shot kill.
Yeah, what Scotty
lots of
Squatty
defense.
will try to do is use that tent umbrella in place of bubbles to be able to just ink a path straight through the half pipe and to the basket, and that tent umbrella can take a lot of damage.
Yeah, it can take a ton of damage.
As we see now, Squatty going 1v1 against Gucci Lion. Actually scaring Gucci Lion away. I've never seen a lion that scared.
Gucci Cat taking down Frozzy in the back with the with that dynamo. Gucci Fish currently with football.
There's a lot of points on the Gucci side.
Here comes
Gets 26 clams.
we're gonna see a ballering in, but they're defending with both
And the bubble.
the bubbles and the tent umbrella. That half pipe is pretty well defended right now. And Ink Dragons wiping everyone. Actually, everybody off the map right now.
Go home.
The only one left was Gucci Rat with that Forge Pro.
So a complete reset on everybody's part. We're coming back again. Both power clams are gone. AJ jumps in to miss.
AJ jumps in to try and get
The
it
power
in,
clam.
but no. One thing about Clam Blitz is if you die while throwing the ball, it just drops immediately. I don't know how the physics work on that, but that's how it works.
Oh. Man, that was a good attempt at a push, though. They did make it to the basket, but as you saw, when you get to the basket, you've got a clean 2 seconds to make a move.
So we have Gucci Gang making that push in. They are going to open that basket.
Gucci
Here comes
jumping
one.
in.
Here comes two. Here comes a couple extra clams.
That's a lot of points.
They got it to 48. So yeah, this is good. Here comes 4 more clams from Gucci Cat.
Lion.
36.
Lion
1,
doing
2.
work.
Ooh, Gucci Fish getting stopped. Taking it to 27 though. Gucci Cat taking it to 24. Gucci Lion getting it to 21. Gucci Cat, 1, 2, 3, 4. Gucci Cat getting it to 3. Can Gucci Gang get that last clam in?
Just one last clam in. Oh, man.
So what's half of 97? 48. There's gonna be a 48-point penalty on this. So, so they're gonna have to get three. They're gonna have to get at least 2 power clams in order to cap it. But that gives Gucci Gang a lot of room to work with.
That was not an easy push. Easily, like, Gucci Gang was very well coordinated. You had extreme work being done by Gucci Cat. So much work being done by Gucci Lion to keep the squids off the point, off the defense.
Keep them on. They had to keep them on defense, and they had to keep that basket open for a long time. If you can control how long the basket is open, it gets really tough for the other team to do anything. So it looks like Gucci Lion taking down Halo. Here comes the bubbles for defense. There's that first clam in for Gucci Gang. They're tossing in the small clams.
That's
And
it.
that is game.
Wow.
Gucci Gang taking the third. This is best of 5.
Did they drink the juice? What happened? They just like came in.
That was one heck of a clam push. Wow, that was great coordination on the part of Gucci Gang. That was something to behold.
Man, someone's drinking like Monster Energy drink or something, because that their coordination just their plays just went from sort of together to like the most exemplary situation of coordination, which is Clam Blitz. Clam Blitz is all about coordination, just figuring out.
Absolutely.
where's,
Clam
when
Blitz is that mode where you do have 75 things going on at once, and you have to prioritize them all. And we saw some great coordinated pushes coming in by Gucci Gang on that. And I've got to say, that initial push to three was overwhelming in so many ways, and stuff like that can be so demoralizing to the other team as well.
Oh
So
yeah.
there's a psychological component that goes on, and when somebody comes out to a opening salvo like that, it can be really tough mentally to get back into the game and
Oh, for
back into the
sure.
offense.
You got to keep it together with your team. Don't whatever your method of communication is, if it's shouting each other to start a fire under your asses, or if it's or if it's saying like everything's gonna be cool, let's keep cool. There's got to be something. There's a key in there.
So, want to
Yes.
congratulations to Gucci Gang for moving on to the finals, and Ink Dragons putting in an impressive show in terms of this match too. Some excellent defense, especially in that tower control match. Extending that timer, doing a fantastic job. And congratulations also to Squatty for getting that experience with the Ink Dragons.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully it was a good experience for both sides. Again, it is the weakest link tournament, but in a lot of cases we're seeing some of those great contributions coming from the quote unquote weakest link.
For
Rank doesn't
sure.
always tell the story on skill, that is for sure. So
Very well said. It's true. Thank you so much for Ink Dragons for competing. Since the single elimination, that will be it. Gucci Gang does advance to the grand finals, and Ink Dragons gets some nice GGs. Thank you guys so much for competing here. We move on now to Frostbite versus Legacy.
that's right. And I believe Gucci Gang and Ink Dragons, if you haven't reported scores, I think you can report scores at this point. So make sure that you do report your scores. Um, DJM, I think, is floating in and out right now of being able to watch everything. So
Give me a second while I set up this next room,
all right.
and I think you know
Well, I don't know if I can count that high.
that.
So Frostbite and Legacy, we've also seen. In fact, we saw Frostbite and Legacy in round 4 of the Swiss. So this will be our second time seeing Frostbite and Legacy on the big screen here.
Right. So yeah, here's the
So
narrative.
this is the rematch.
Yes.
This is the rematch.
Yes. Frostbite got a 2-1 in round 4 against Legacy. It didn't determine whether either of them was going to top 4, but it's still something nice to see that rematch here. Now, Frostbite, we've got Artemis, Mizuko, Silly, and Rubert. And on Legacy, we've got Lost, not Charja, Idolish, who was, what was Idolish's in-game name again? That was ooh, I can't remember that.
See, you never should ask me that question because I'll immediately forget. Soul. It's Soul. So
Oh, good job. Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Well, that's why I asked you the question, because I don't remember.
You see, you put me on the spot. I had to think for a minute.
it's
So
it's my question to myself. God, what was their name? And then we've got Liam, I think, being the weakest link for that team. So it's Liam, I think, on Legacy, and Rubert on Frostbite.
that's right. That's right. So we have Frostbite versus Legacy. So in that it those in Swiss round 4, those were all very close matches. So this could be anyone's game at this point. And again, this is best of 5. I don't know. I don't know if my prediction. I think we might get to 5.
Ooh, 5
We could
games.
get to 5. We could get to all 5, which would mean we would see a Splatfest stage.
Yeah, normally for It's Dangerous to Go Alone, Game 5 means Splatfest. And are we seeing that? Yes. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, our first map coming up is actually going to be Splat Zones on Sturgeon Shipyard. So yeah, it's a slightly different set for this part of the bracket. So we aren't repeating the same maps again. So we're going to see Splat Zones on Sturgeon Shipyard. Looks like everybody is here.
Yes, I'm gonna set
We've
up the
got
team.
Artemis, Liam, Silly, and Not Charja all on team. Oh, wait, I've got that wrong. Yeah. I'm looking at tags. That's always a problem.
Oh, don't do that.
So
All right, we have Team Legacy has Lot, not Charge Up.
and
Billy.
Soul.
I'm sorry, that's Soul, right?
Yep.
Soul and Liam.
Liam, I think.
Oh,
And then
Frostbite, Artemis.
Artemis on Frostbite.
Rubear is not Spectre. Let's throw people on Team Spectre really quick.
Yes, there we go. Sturgeon Shipyard Splat Zones. Yes, this classic big zone in the middle. What I always find interesting about this one is if you can get on one of those blocks that's in the middle, you can actually do a pretty good job of controlling it.
Oh, for sure.
You know, and a lot of times people don't see you if you're hiding on the block. And the blocks don't flip the same way as well, they do flip with the zone, but you know, it's kind of weird. The blocks, those two blocks that are kind of right in the middle of the zone, are just a little bit weird sometimes. And so I found some interesting tactics that can go along with that. I see you flipping. I'm watching with the stream delay right now. I'm seeing what's going on that stream.
Yeah, no sniping here, guys. Stream delay 20 seconds. You're not going to find it here.
No sniper, no sniping. Yeah, exactly.
Sniper, no sniping. One thing I do like about this stage is the pendulum that kind of dangles on top.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite places to put a sprinkler.
You just put it up there, and it's the most inconvenient. It's up there, out of the way.
Yep.
Somebody will need an extra second to aim up and kind of take that out, or else the entire middle's yours. That's nice.
That's right.
So we're starting off here. Splat zones, Sturgeon Shipyard. Does this one have the blocks? I believe it does.
It does have those blocks right in the middle. That's the interesting point of this particular map, at least in my mind. Looks like we have two Splattershot juniors, so we're going to see a lot of armor building. We've got Liam, I think, and Suki doing the armor building. The Team Legacy is in yellow, and Frostbite, appropriately, is in light blue.
Keeping it nice and cool in here. Cool colors only.
That's right.
Now, Celia seems to be trying to open up the side with the bucket. You can see, you can follow with what we're following on screen here. Celia's just really trying to pick off whoever he can. Gets Soul, and is holding the point pretty well for what's going on. And swimming around with Dookie, pretty confident these two frontliners essentially. And I'm curious to see how often Suki, or Silly rather, is going to be getting up ahead.
And that is a change of control going on right there. Lost coming in with that carbon roller and kind of clearing out Suki, who is holding that mid really well with the junior.
I don't see any sprinkler. Oh, Silly does have a sprinkler actually.
Yeah, those sprinklers.
And so does Rubear. Actually, if they're able to set that up on the pendulum, they will have a pretty good advantage on inking the entire.
So Legacy just taking the match right there, getting the lead.
Ooh, Legacy with 46 points left. That is a pretty good 20 points.
This is getting a little bit tougher right now for
Frostbite. Oh,
for
man.
Frostbite.
Suki did have an armor set up, but the thing about the armor is that it takes more time to set it up for the user than it does for the team. So Suki did unfortunately go down. Legacy might take this home as a KO.
Timer's coming down. And that baller in the mid wasn't enough to do it.
Even coming in with the baller, that was a quick first match.
You know, even when you look at it from up above, you're like, how could they have still maintained control? But sometimes it paints the ink after the timer is out. So, Team Legacy taking the first round here.
Quick first match. Congratulations to
First
them.
match. You know, Frostbite coming out to that early lead and Legacy kind of flipping it around on them. So, again, I think, it's just how long can you stay alive and how long can you stay in that zone and keep it going. We have somebody who is left. Let's give them a second to come back in.
Ooh.
Sometimes there is that post-match disconnect, which we all love in Splatoon.
Luckily, it didn't happen during.
It comes up a lot in League. It's always like, there's the fourth player, or the second player, your teammate will just randomly disconnect at the end of a League match. So there we go. We got Quick coming in from Team Legacy. Is this somebody new?
Do they have a sub? This is like a sub situation. No, Quick was part of Hunting Dragons.
Yeah, that was a different Quick, I think.
Actually?
Yes.
Oh, right. Well,
we're
makes
gonna,
things very
just confirm. I think that's legal. I think the team of 3 can substitute within their own as long as the weakest link is still there. Liam, I think, is the weakest link on that. It
Right.
looks like Quick is subbing in for not Charge is still in for Lost.
Yeah. So we can confirm that really quickly.
Let's confirm that with the TOs. We don't. Yes, we need to be corrected if we're wrong.
Oh, what am I looking for? This Lost for Quick. Or subbing Quick for Lost. Want to be sure everything's going on here. Don't want to repeat what's happening here. That seems to be right, since they're like you said, it's part of the first 3, the X rankers, as opposed to Liam, I think, who is the weakest link.
And I believe that's legal. But again, this is a new experimental tournament, so we aren't as familiar with the rules, and some of the rules haven't been written yet, so we're just not 100% certain on how that goes.
While I wait for a response, I'm going to look at this next map. What do we have? Tower? Don't hit that ready yet. Not yet.
That's right.
I'm going to hold really quick.
So we will wait on the judgment from either Lepto or DJam on this. It says subs do not apply to this season in the exclusive rules, but I'm not entirely sure what that means. So
I'm seeing in chat. All right, this is something we definitely have to confirm with the TOs then, because I'm seeing in chat that Quick might be the same Quick as was in Hunting Dragon, and I don't think in a tournament you're allowed to change teams like that. Being part of 2 different teams is usually not tournament rules.
That's right.
Just give us 1 second to sort things out.
Yep. We're pretty good at sorting things out. That's fine. It seems like we're doing an awful lot of that today, but it is a new tournament format, so right. We aren't as familiar with the rules and some of the intricacies that the organizers would be much more familiar with. We're just the on-air talent, and talent is used very loosely with me. Sauce has got talent.
I don't know about that. I could say the same. Those are my words. My line.
There we go. No, it's my line. I got there first, so.
Patent it. It's all yours. Mm-hmm.
Take a look at the. So I'm looking in the help desk chat. It looks like Lost. If Lost asked if he had to go due to time constraints, could he find a sub? And they need to be of equal length. Quick is coming. Sorry about this. Don't think the tourney would be that long. Okay, so DJam, I believe, approved it in the help desk chat about 6 minutes ago, but we'll just double check that and make sure everything's good.
Oh, Lost is a lead for the day then. Ooh, sorry, Lost. Sorry, Lost. I hope you have a good day. Thank you for competing. It's all good.
Nothing like reading what's in a chat that our viewers can't see, but so that's the way it goes sometimes.
Just making sure what's going on.
I'm not seeing anyone releasing personal information or other things like that in the chat, so or telling us what chicken they're getting from which restaurant.
Panda Express or KFC only. Those are the off the dial approved chicken places.
That's right.
That's what we're doing. Hmm? I think since they are of equal ranks,
Yep.
it should be okay. I can't see Quick's rank. Can I see that?
No, we can't see their rank until the end of the match.
Ah,
Unfortunately.
that's weird.
Yeah, no, that's Splatoon. All right, we are good to go.
We'll go ahead and go with that. If we see any issues, we'll talk about it. But as for now, we're gonna see a sub of Quick for Lost, so Lost can go get some fried chicken.
hopefully that isn't no. You know, the interesting thing about the holiday weekends here, at least in the United States, is that people have family plans, and so it's always sometimes you got to coordinate with the old fam to keep playing. So, Muscle Forge Fitness Tower Control. This is always kind of an entertaining match here. They changed the route of the tower in this. I still recall the old route, and sometimes I still go to the old route instead of the new route for the tower. But yeah, this is going to be interesting to see. Again, those overlooks over the tower path can definitely be a bit of a challenge if somebody's coming over the overlook and shooting at you on the tower, or using the ink lines in order to get to you as well. So always kind of exciting to see how tower control plays out on this. Usually once you clear that first checkpoint, though, it starts to become an easier crawl, and once you clear the last checkpoint, there's almost no time to react.
No, so, it's that entire middle in between them that really does go very quickly, especially with one wipe. You're going from one checkpoint to the second checkpoint almost immediately.
Yep.
This goes under the gutter, if I'm not mistaken. This new path.
Well, are we on the right map? Yeah, we're on the right map. I'm sorry. I have got some things on the brain here. So yes, yeah. Once you get to that third,
it's okay.
They haven't changed the route on this one. This is the same route as always. I was actually thinking of Humpback for some reason. I don't know why I would get those two stages messed up, but
we saw Humpback twice already. We got enough Humpback for the day.
I don't think I've had enough caffeine today. Is really what the problem is. But already we're seeing some good play here.
Special building more than anything. Rubear's going to open up with a bomb.
That's right. So in purple, purple taking that tower right away, but only managing to get it a few points in. Green now on the tower. That green is Team Legacy. Purple Frostbite.
And Rubear's going to stand on that point with the K-Pro. Again, we saw that Booyah Bomb really open up the chance for a tower push in the past, so a Booyah Bomb is a solid special to go with when pushing. Rubear stays on the point, is able to bring it to the second checkpoint almost. Golder, stop it. Golder's taken out, and that Booyah Bomb coming out to continue the push.
Wow, look at that. Getting Artemis with those snipes from the tower. When you got a Charger or a Hydra on the tower, you know you're going to have problems. And there goes... Oh my gosh. There is trouble right there. We've got a lot of action in the back there. Liam, I think, coming out, trying to get everybody off the tower.
The two weakest links. It's Liam versus Rubear. Let's see what's going on. Liam
taking that tower.
Liam, good positioning, does take the tower back with the Junior. Actually popping the armor also, just in case. You don't want to lose that last push if you can help it.
And Liam's staying on the tower, which is kind of an interesting choice. Usually when you're that far behind, you don't always stay on the tower, but doing a really good job of inking the area around the tower path, which can actually make it a lot more difficult for the other team to make advancements if they keep getting stuck in the ink.
Yeah, because of that, we're actually seeing ink advantage over on Legacy side as well. So,
and Liam kind of getting taken off the tower right there. That Stingray kind of not in not a positive experience, but Quick jumping on the tower. Quick, our sub, coming in, continuing that push.
Ooh. A drop special from Keely. That rocket could have done, those missiles could have done really well in stopping the tower, but that's going to be one less special to help them mitigate that damage. Wow.
Still with those roller kills. Not Charger currently on the tower, and that Booyah Bomb gonna create a problem for Not Charger.
Oh, Rubear comes back.
Ooh,
a vengeance on Liam, but Soul is
Artemis getting the flying snipe. Look at this.
Wow, so. Oh, very comfortable with those vertical flicks. You can see it, and above the walls even, able to flick up above and getting some kills.
Legacy doing everything they can to try and push that tower just a little bit further.
All it takes. They're off by maybe 20 points, not even.
Oh, and Quick getting sniped while trying to jump on the tower by Artemis.
Cole is on the tower. This push from Legacy is not over yet. Liam.
It is not over. They're not letting it end.
Liam on the tower, I think, and their sniper, Artemis, is actually distracted by what's going on in the middle, leaving Liam some chance to keep pushing.
Yeah, and now the angles are wrong. It's kind of tough to snipe once the tower gets into the channel.
Oh yeah. But
Artemis using that Stingray, managing to get out of the way.
Soul did waste Artemis' Stingray. As soon as it was popped, Soul came in from the side. It was a good flank, able to pretty much distract Artemis from that. Liam, I think, pushing it alone against Silly. Will he win that face-off? No, not alone anymore. There's a lot of shooters in both of these team comps, and it feels like bullets are flying everywhere.
those ink bullets are certainly deadly tonight. Yeah, Rubear coming in with that Kensa Pro, stopping Quick. Here comes the counter push.
Artemis nearly taken out by Soul on the side there, but is able to pick off Soul, and does begin a counter push for this team. Frostbite, yeah.
Not Charger jumping on that tower. We have Legacy pushing that tower back. Legacy currently in control. Liam, I think, on the tower.
Ooh, Liam, I think,
Not
is going to
Charger
need to stay
helping
on
out.
it.
Liam falling off the tower, trying to get back on. Liam manages to get back on.
The big moment. Liam, the weakest link on the green team, on Legacy, is
a
going to
long way
need
to
to
go.
ride that the entire way through.
He's going to have to clear that second checkpoint.
Ooh, does ensure some ink.
Not Charger
forward.
providing some amazing defense right here.
Oh, that's a lot. I don't know. They could push this.
Ooh. Soul and Charger on it. Soul back on it. Soul with that roller. Pushing.
Quick defending with the inkjet.
Suki stopping it.
Soul push it just a little bit. Oh, then they get it.
Lead.
Legacy gets it there.
Legacy. The overtime push. Getting that lead. They all were at the tower. They were all jumping on, jumping off, hiding behind it.
They were like
just overwhelming.
Just like bumblebees hiding around their little house, just flying around it, taking turns, going around, pretty well coordinated on what was happening. And Liam starting off that entire push while everybody else was taking care of things forward. It was good coordinated effort there.
That was
point
something
going over
else.
to Legacy.
That was a fantastic match. Again, whenever you see these things go into overtime like that, you know, it's all hands on deck or all feet on tower, as the case may be.
All feet on tower.
And you
All
know,
tentacles.
we saw some great coordination there by Legacy. Frostbite, you know, again having that fantastic push in there, you know, at the beginning, and you know, again, these two teams are very well matched in terms of what they are. So, you know, don't let the 2-0 look like it. Frostbite has a good chance of doing a reverse sweep as well, especially since we are getting into Clam Blitz on Skipper Pavilion. Now, have we seen this? No, maybe. No, I don't think we've seen this one yet.
Not Clam. We saw Tower for
not
Skipper.
Clam Blitz. We saw Tower. We saw Tower on Skipper Pavilion. So this one, with the different routes to get to the Clam Basket, there's a lot to watch. You know, you can come straight across at the Clam Basket, or you can go around the long way. And wow, this is gonna be interesting to see what everyone's gonna choose.
Oh, it's likely. Again, we saw this before. We were thinking for tower control, you can expect some pretty long range weapons, just by way of reaching the tower. But for Clam Blitz, really a different game, especially since you have the opening to the opposing team's spawn. There's a bridge in between, not literally a bridge, but the ramps open up that give you a second pathing straight to the Clam Basket, and that makes this a completely different map. So it opens up the chance for short range weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, the short range weapons are definitely useful on this. One of my favorite experiences in Clamblitz was we were doing a squad at one point, and everybody seemed to want to do meme teams that day. And it was four blasters. It was we faced four blasters, and at first you're thinking, "Oh, this is going to be awful. This is going to be awful." Turf control won the day. And I think that's a big thing to remember with Clamblitz, especially on this one, is if you can control all of the routes with turf, you have a very good chance of being able to win even against a numerically stronger team. So again, I think we're going to see some interesting stuff here.
Yeah, no, turf war is always the priority. It's always turf war first. Were you using Luna blasters? What kind of blasters were you using?
Oh, we weren't. The other team that we faced was, I think, using the standard. I think that they were using CRBs. I think it was all CRBs. And yeah,
man.
we had a normal comp. And once we realized all we had to do was paint their feet, they couldn't go anywhere.
That's the disadvantage of the blaster there.
That's right.
So we're gonna see Legacy on green and Frostbite on purple. No more snipers this time around. Like we said, the mentality of the long range changes at this point. Everybody does rush down the middle to be able to find that gold mine of clams. They're all down here basically. And
So Liam making that first clam.
Soul makes the second clam. That's 2 clams over to the Legacy side.
And here comes the baller in with the clam, right to the basket.
Buying some time, so he'll jump to him. It seems like the communication's not quite there because they could have jumped to Soul. Maybe just
Liam's coming up with his clam, but again, carrying that clam paints a big target on you.
Quick tries to come in from the side.
Both clams are dead. Both of Legacy clams are dead.
Those were easy come, easy go, right?
Easy come, easy go. They do keep respawning.
There'll be clams everywhere. Clams are forever. Look at Diamond. It's all about clams. Buy your significant other a clam. So we got the a lost armor, unfortunately, for Frostbite. Would have been useful in pushing towards that one clam that they had, but that clam's also going to disappear. So the clam advantage. There is no clam advantage. It's pretty even.
There is no. Yeah, right now, there are 10 clams, but no built clam on Legacy.
We'll see Artemis trying to go
Everybody
outside.
working. I'm seeing a super jump.
Yeah, Artemis flew back, a little threatened by one of the squids over in Legacy's team.
And yeah, Artemis coming back in with that heavy splatling. Making some trouble. Here comes a Booyah Bomb.
Artemis put that a sensor to be able to see everybody, where everybody is. That's kind of tantamount to entering your team's space. You want to know where everybody is so you can react immediately to their location.
So not charge it. Currently close to being in position. And here comes that initial push.
Yes.
Will they be able to follow it with a second clam? That's the
Charge it.
question.
Oh,
Liam, I think, has 2. There's
Liam, I
that
think,
second
has
clam.
many. There's that second power clam. Liam, I think, gonna try to rush it in, but Steely stopped him. I mean, that's still.
But wait a minute,
60
Quick.
points.
Here comes Quick. Quick getting stopped.
Ooh.
Right as the basket is about to close. So Suki doing some defense there.
Yeah, if Quick had gotten that in, that would have been an extra 20 points and the timer reset for that basket. But now the basket's closed, and it's going to be up to Frostbite to get together some power clams to push forward again. I just realized Legacy has beacons. Very interesting beacons.
Those beacons can definitely be a game changer depending on how well you use them.
Putting some on the enemy base when they're not suspecting it actually gives you a free opportunity to jump in with power plant also. This is if the squid is hiding in the back. You jump to them with your power plant. It's a good offensive tactic. To see that with beacons, I would like to do that. Ooh.
So Quick trying to stop Frostbite here. Frostbite trying to get a, I'm not sure who had the clam up there, but they're trying to get out of the way. Suki going down to Quick. Quick with a clam getting stopped from behind by Silly.
an interesting team split going on. You got Charja and Liam watching the middle side, making sure nobody crosses. And then Soul and Quick going down the middle when they can. Now they change places.
So
Actually, Quick to Charja.
Marked a couple of players. Here comes Silly with a push. There is that push coming in by Frostbite. Silly getting stopped though by Soul.
That's gonna end that push. That was a pretty good one. They had nothing to follow up with it, and so they're not gonna be able to get that lead yet. 30 seconds left. They can still put something together. Frostbite can still put it together if they just get their power clam, gets that overtime, coordinate those specials. Maybe a baller in, some
Silly
rain.
coming in. That brings it to 70.
Ooh, and you know
Is
what?
there anybody else in position?
They're gonna get a pity clam too. Liam, I think, goes down from being a little too aggressive without his team. Soul, Quick, and Charja. Oh.
And that is going to be that. You don't get overtime in certain situations, and that's one of them.
What was that?
So, Team Legacy winning their third match.
Ooh, yeah. Legacy had their 2 power clams, 3 power clams actually.
Yep, there was no way to get back against that, and Team Frostbite did not have another clam on the field, so that ends the overtime push at that point.
GG's for Team Frostbite going on there. Thank you so much for competing. And once again, single elimination. We're going to see Legacy continuing on to Grand Final.
And they're going to be facing the Gucci Gang.
It's going to be a good.
So again, yes, congratulations to Team Frostbite making all of those matches very competitive. You know, that was it was great to watch from this side of the spectators booth.
Yeah, I hope it was great to play it too.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm setting up the next room, so we're gonna see, as Zada said, we're going to be seeing Gucci Gang, who have never lost a set, versus Frostbite, who just
Actually, Team Legacy. We're going to see them facing Team Legacy.
Sorry, Legacy, right?
Yep. And again, captains, please report your scores and validate your scores on Smash.gg.
So, I'd like to point out that Legacy 3-0'd Frostbite after losing to them in round 4, 2-1.
That is true.
Maybe you learned to play against the team. You get their strategy. You just go on ahead. Maybe there's just maps you're better at. There's a lot of different different factors in this. Thousands
of factors. Yes.
Thousands of clams, thousands of factors, thousands of matches.
So as we wait for final confirmations, DJam will be getting everybody ready to go for our finals round. That's right, finals round.
We saw the 3-0s. Actually, both semifinals were 3-0s, which is kind of interesting. So we're gonna see between Gucci Gang and Legacy. Maybe we'll get to see a game 5.
We might,
because if both teams are feeling that confident in their skills, if they're feeling like they can dominate like that, you're gonna see. How does the saying go? The unstoppable force meets the immovable object.
Well, you know, sometimes momentum can definitely be a thing. I mean, and you know, going from having lost to having won, that creates a momentum setup, and a lot of times that again, a lot of the game is mental. So if you have the right mindset, the right mentality, you have a really good chance of prevailing, even against even when the other team has higher odds than you do. So I think we're going to see some pretty good stuff coming up in our final best of 5.
Oh yeah, the Legacy's gonna have that momentum likely. Gucci Gang just.
Yep.
I hope they haven't gotten cold from waiting to play again. So we'll see. I'm I'm excited to see who takes this. While we wait for DJam to put everything together, just one more recap on what the weakest link is. Of course, this is off the dial server. We're talking like a server with DJam, myself, Frosty, not Frosty, sorry. Oh, Frosty sometimes comes around. DJam, myself, Frosty, Lepto, Zada. We organize. Usually, it's dangerous to go alone. That's in the description down on the Twitch page, and that's a free agent tournament where everybody comes together and is formed on different teams when they come alone, and then they're given teams of 4 and they compete against each other, and the teams they learn 24 hours in advance, and that's the gimmick of that tournament. This one is a sort of side series. We're seeing if people are enjoying this as much as they do It's Dangerous to Go Alone. And the first side series we did, which we call special series, was the Inkjet series, I believe last month, right? Did that just happen last month?
I think it was 2 months ago.
2 months
So,
ago?
yeah, and it was the every weapon had to have an inkjet
Inkjet,
special.
yeah.
That was I still have nightmares from that. So,
That's one of the most fun one. I enjoyed competing in that one for sure. And now we're on the second special series, which is the weakest link, where everybody who signs up for it as a team needs to have at least 2 modes where they're S plus or higher, and anybody who signs up as somebody who's going to be taught needs to be as a free agent needs to be S plus or lower on 2 modes as well. So that way you have these teams of 3 experienced players and one inexperienced player meet up a week beforehand, like they know who their team is, and then they coordinate, they all learn how to play together, and this is the result. We see just how those teams form together. We see if the weakest link becomes one of the strongest players in their team. Is that how it turns out?
well, and again, I think what we've seen is the again, I keep saying quote unquote weakest link because we have seen a lot of positive contributions from the free agents that have joined the experienced team. So
Oh yeah.
in this, and again, for those of you that are just joining us at this point, the experienced teams, the minimum rank is S plus in 2 modes, and for the free agents, the maximum rank is S plus in 2 modes.
Exactly.
So it is definitely there. It's strong team. It's fairly strong 3 teams, adding in probably somebody who's a pretty decent player. If you're interested enough to play in a tournament, you're probably a decent player. That's usually how it works when it comes to this game. If you're interested enough to reach out, join a tournament, watch streams, join discords, you definitely and sign up on smash.gg, which I sometimes think is the most challenging part. I do have a Smash GG account, I know. So it has definitely been kind of an exciting thing to see. And again, that 1 week lead up time, especially during an American holiday weekend, it can be a little bit challenging to get all the timing together. In fact, I did see one person post in the Discord that they were having some problems getting their team together because they had people in Europe, Australia, and the United States. And if that's about an
Oh
18-hour
yeah,
time swing, and
that's
none of
tough.
them are good. So there isn't really a great time for any of that to get everybody together. So we are currently waiting. It looks like everything has been confirmed on smash.gg. Legacy 3-0 over Frostbite, Gucci Gang 3-0 over Ink Dragons. Means we're going to have Gucci Gang versus Legacy coming in. If you're on Gucci Gang or Team Legacy, this is your chance to join. I believe, Sauce, have you put in the password in the special chat?
I think I did
I
yesterday.
believe you did. So join on up, guys. It is time to get this show on the road.
Yeah. You guys want to see how the tournament has passed this entire time? The Smash GG page is up there. If you want to join the Discord for future tournament, the Twitch has the Discord !Discord command that you guys can join sometime in the future. whether we do the special series weakest link again or just go back to it's dangerous to go alone next month or January. Who knows? But we more or less do these tournaments monthly. And
Yeah, you can look for Off the Dial about once a month, and you will see us. and
we're on Twitter as well. Off the Dial has
yeah,
its own Twitter also. I don't know if that's linked over on the. Oh, it is linked in the Twitch description. So that's there, guys. Stick around.
stick around.
Follow us around. We're happy to have
So
you.
we're coming up on the finals. Yes, the
Let's see you at the
finals.
grand final. Gonna
We
put
are
up the
coming
page
up
for
on
that.
about 4 hours of tournament time. So
Thank you guys for sticking around for that. And I'm going to put up this private battle lobby now. As exciting as this private battle lobby is, we're waiting on one person to get out of here afterward. We have all of Team Gucci here. Gucci gang. Now we're just waiting on one more for Legacy. Is that right?
that is right. We've got Liam, I think. Team Legacy. We've got probably waiting for Soul. It looks like because I don't think Soul was subbed out on that one. So
It would be Soul. Yeah, we're waiting for Soul. That's about it. You know, it could be. Sometimes when people wait on tournaments, they like to go play some solo queue.
That's true. Believe me, I know that very well. Whenever I host my own tournaments, I actually had to add a timer so that you have 4 minutes to get in, otherwise you're gonna get a strike. So it becomes a bit of a challenge, but I also don't want to call. And the reason I made it 4 minutes is because on average, you should be able to get out of a solo queue match in that time without
Oh,
having
yeah,
to
yeah.
disconnect. I would never ask somebody to disconnect from solo queue.
Just turn off the switch. Turn off the switch, turn it
Yeah,
back on, get disconnected, get banned.
because it's gonna ban you, and you're gonna get like minus 75 points. It's just gonna be absolutely cruel to you at that point, or it's gonna give you your fourth crack in the rank bar, depending on where you're at.
That's true, yeah.
It's always gonna do that. It's gonna always be horrible.
Yeah, but sometimes that happens. Usually what we hear is just like, they're coming, they're AFK, something like that. But sometimes we're playing solo queue, and that's all right.
That's right. That's right.
Just let us know. I personally just like to stay in the training room because I don't like to stick around for a full game. I think it would like changing from a team to a solo queue match. Just they're completely different things. I would confuse.
Yeah. Well, actually, one of the things that I occasionally see is, when I've got my tournaments running, because they're 1v1 tournaments, the viewers will actually make their own private battle, and they'll all just warm up in that and fight each other in the private battle, and then join as they need to, which usually seems to work out pretty well too.
That's not bad, yeah.
Yeah, it's always fun to see everybody kind of working together a little bit to fight each other, and you actually get, again, sometimes a lot of this game is psychological, and actually understanding the play styles of your opponents. You can learn a lot from that.
Yeah, people tend to
Hey,
have habits.
we've got Soul here.
There he is, Soul. Or
We've
she.
got Soul.
There she is. Excuse me. Had to turn off my mic to sneeze because nobody wants to hear that.
Oh, come on. Everybody loves to hear the sound of a sneeze. Especially into a high quality mic that can pick up every last droplet.
That's what we want here. Quality content.
That's exactly what we want. So this is Splat Zones on Wahoo World. As anybody who watches my stream knows, they know I love the circular zone. And the reason I love the circular zone, I hate it because it doesn't have corners. I have this theory that in any Splat Zone, if you paint the corners, you take the zone. There's no corners to paint. So what are you gonna do? I've had a hard time flipping this zone from time to time. It's amazing how much ink this zone takes in order to flip. So this is one of my love-hate relationships in this game, is Splat Zones on Wahoo World.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Just it always looks like you have just enough ink to make it turn around, but it doesn't flip. It doesn't flip command. It just doesn't.
So I'm expecting to see a lot of ballers on this as well as Booyah Bomb. So I'm expecting baller and Booyah Bomb, which seem to be the most. Oh, we have a disconnect. We have a
Whoa.
disconnect. We have lost Quick. So I believe we can reset the room.
Gonna close that. Hold on 1 second. And
There you go.
so you guys don't see the password, I'm gonna change that screen real quick. The password's very serious. Oh, I did not set the password up. Mistake.
Oh, there you go.
I'm glad you can actually close the room.
Yeah, you
While you're
can
waiting.
close the room. You just can't close it while the match is in progress. So
Yeah.
I'll wait for you to remake the room with the password. And join on up. And yeah, I'm seeing an excellent comment in the chat. It is an epic finals moment. An epic finals moment indeed. You can't have a finals without a disconnect. In fact, we haven't had any disconnects today.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it, please.
I know. I'm sorry. I should not have opened my mouth. Oh, wait a minute. We just did have a disconnect.
They'll come back.
They'll come back in.
I
Maybe
hope
they're
so.
just afraid. I don't know.
Give me just 1 second. I need to take care of something before we start the match. Hold
All right. So I will try to fill dead air
on.
while Sauce takes care of some business in the background. So yeah, we have the Gucci gang facing off against Team Legacy. This is Splat Zones on Wahoo World. We're resetting the lobby because there was a disconnect right before the match started. So it's easier to take care of that right now, rebuild the lobby, than it is to actually try to play through an entire Splat Zones round. Although I'm beginning to wonder if that's actually the case. But we have Liam, I think, Quick, and that's it from Team Legacy right now. The Gucci gang is the Gucci cat, the Gucci rat, the Gucci fish, and the Gucci lion. The Gucci fish, I happen to know, is the weakest link. That would be Lightning Lifeguard, who is in our chat on the Twitch channel. So yes, we are currently waiting for the rest of Legacy. Here comes Not Charja coming back in, and I believe it is Soul that we are waiting for. And then we should be good to go. Sauce is in charge of the lobby, so I won't be able to lock anyone down, but that is fine. Who wants to be locked down anyway? Yeah, we have Light doing the wonderful sipping thing. The Foo Fun, I believe it is. The TP Foo Fun. And here comes Soul. So we will wait for Sauce to finish what he was working on in the background. Yes, we often get called away. Sometimes the timing isn't always good, but it happens from time to time. Every once in a while, there are technical things that need to be worked out on stream that you guys don't know about and the tournament organizers don't know about, but they have to be worked out. So it is kind of a challenge sometimes. But that is life in the big city. I think I hear you back, Sauce.
Yeah, sorry about that epic gamer moment.
Yes, epic gamer moment indeed.
I was out taking care of something. We got now Splat Zones Walk.
Splat Zones on Wahoo World. It is, yes, we are ready to go. Everybody's here.
You can finally press start. Thank you for waiting, guys. I appreciate that. We're going now. Here we go. Grand finals.
Grand finals.
Best
of 5.
Let me put the game back up.
Okay, there we go.
Legacy leave. Quit. Sergeant. And of course, Team Bravo.
The Gucci gang.
Gucci gang.
Team Bravo. So here we go with that circular zone again. It is very circular. That's all I can say about it. It is very circular. Good luck painting the corners of this zone.
Do we have enough corners in here? It's just infinite corners, isn't it?
Infinite corners. Yeah. The what I forget the actual mathematical term for how many corners something has. There's a measurement of it, and I forget exactly what Greek letter is used for that. But
Ooh, I had not known that. I don't know that one. But
all
we're playing
right.
Splatoon here. We're not doing that. Actually, they're probably related. But
So on light green we have Legacy. On orange we have Gucci.
okay.
Here we go.
So with Legacy, this is Grand Finals, by the way. We're here. We're finally here. This is it. Grand Finals for the weakest link. Weakest link being Liam, I think, on Team Legacy, and the weakest link for the Gucci Gang being, I believe, Gucci Fish. I don't know if we ever actually confirmed that.
Oh, it is Gucci Fish. Yeah, she actually confirmed it right in the chat earlier, and then she tried to cover her tracks.
That's what I'm making sure about. Was it really covering her tracks, or what you telling me?
But actually, I know from her level that it's her. So because I've played with her enough. So.
Gotcha. And it seems like we're gonna open up with a
So
lead for
Legacy, yeah, taking charge of the zone right now, trying to push back the Gucci Gang. Here comes that Booyah Bomb right into the zone. That Booyah Bomb helping to flip it, Splashdown, flipping it back.
Gucci Fish like swims right into that splashdown, and splashdown a really good special to use for that ring-shaped middle that we have. It covers a lot of it.
Splashdown ball, yeah, Splashdown Baller and Booyah Bomb, all circular specials for a circular zone.
Just a little strange.
And Gucci Rat coming in there and cleaning out a little bit of a problem in the back. And ooh, that is a trade between Soul and Gucci Rat.
They do stop it though. They do stop the
Gucci
countdown.
Cat working on taking that zone back, and Gucci Gang taking that zone, making it orange.
That's good.
And
they add
quick.
that 34 penalty.
Managing to take down the Dynamo, but then getting stopped as well. So yeah, the lockout phase has begun.
They just need to hold that point. It doesn't seem like Legacy is going to try to open up on the left side. Instead, they're just going to try to go to the right. Quick is hiding behind those circular walls.
This looks like it's going to be a change of lead.
Not quite yet. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Gucci gets the lead. 38 points left, and nobody on Team Legacy seems to be available to challenge that ink distribution. Liam, I think, was alone going in. Was alone. Gets picked up pretty immediately, and I think they're grouping up and building specials now. But 15 points left doesn't leave them a whole lot of time. Doesn't.
So
To get
Legacy's
it now.
gonna definitely. Here comes that Booyah Bomb, but that
1 point.
is enough. That is enough.
Perfectly
That
timed
gives a
Booyah Bomb.
73 tick penalty to Gucci Gang.
And reset the game, basically. Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so Legacy's still in this game. Legacy does get that Booyah Bomb off and is able to ink just a little bit more to be able to keep themselves in the game. And as long as they can defend here,
Here comes that splashdown. Liam, I think, managing to punish the splashdown there.
strong punish. And you know what? Gucci Gang down 3. The roller alone, jumping back, understanding that if they stay out there on their own, that's going to be disadvantageous to the whole team for the rest of the match.
So that penalty has been worked off for Team Legacy.
20 points
They
left.
just need to. They need to hold this.
This is
Here
the
comes
last one.
a Booyah Bomb.
That Booyah Bomb was not as well
And
placed as last one.
Gucci Fish coming in.
Liam alone.
2. Oh! It has flipped again.
2
It
to
has
1.
flipped again.
Wow, this is so close. This is ridiculous.
This is ridiculously close.
And you know
So
that
Gucci
Booyah
Gang
Bomb,
coming in there.
they would have saved that at maybe like instead of 2, maybe 8 or 10 if they placed that Booyah Bomb like perfectly in the middle, but they actually
Some Charger coming in there.
missed that Booyah Bomb. Quick going in, everyone's hyped. Look at this. Everyone's getting
The
like
zone has flipped again.
in each other's faces. This is hyper aggression. Quick's in there, Soul's in there. Liam in charge is watching the point while Lion comes in from
Not
the side.
Charger getting 2 with that Explosher. Here comes the Booyah Bomb on mid. That is going to flip the zone again.
In Gucci's favor, Gucci just needs to hold on. If they can hold on for the rest of the 40 seconds, they have this game.
Charger going to pop in there with the...
He's going alone though.
That's enough. or is it?
A big flank.
The
Gucci
zone being very, very finicky. Here comes
Going back.
Booyah Bomb. Here comes another Booyah Bomb.
That was a
Soul having to paint.
You got that contesting Booyah bombs. It seems like that contest ended in Legacy's advantage. Liam, I think, standing on the point, quick, very far up ahead, trying to get some picks with that duty.
So Legacy is going to have to get a lot of picks in order to stop this, because right now it look here comes the oh that suction bomb rush and Booyah bomb at the end there for Gucci Gang, that was going to seal the deal. So Gucci Gang with a score of 1.
Wait, we're just starting off these grand finals. We're sure.
Wow. You don't get too much closer than 2-1 as your zone score. So
What a start. That's incredible.
That is a great start. That is a great start. So Gucci Gang taking that first match.
My God.
Circular zone proving as usual a circular special can help on a circular zone.
It's crazy. The shapes just kind of fit together, right? The first thing you learn when you're in kindergarten is how to push those shapes in blocks.
That's right. That's right. I think the combination of Booyah bombs, splashdowns, and ballers is definitely there. So this is tower control on Snapper Canal. This one's always fun for me, except for the fact that I fall into the water a lot. But you know, this is one too that is in. I can't remember if it's in Octo expansion or if it's in the regular single player where you can just play it over and over if you like. So
I think it's in the regular where you fight the Octo ladies.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah, I think it's Starfish that's in the Octo expansion. So, but yeah, you can play tower control on this in single player mode and kind of get a feel for it. You know, again, a lot of water hazards on this one. You know, remember, you get an assist kill if you mark somebody and then they fall into the water. Hey, that's an assist. So it's just keep that in mind.
Oh, is it actually that counts in the game? That's kind of ridiculous.
It does. It does. If you mark somebody and they fall off the tower or they fall into the water, you get an assist. So you know. We have to count that in a 1v1 kills tournament. We end up counting all KAs, and everybody laughs in a 1v1. How do you get an assist? That's how. That is how.
It falls right off. The water is very dangerous. This
That's right.
Snapper Canal, and I think New Albacore Hotel are the only two tower control maps that threaten you with the icy grip of water looming below.
Very true. Very true.
Don't fall through. And with the tower,
Don't fall.
yeah, with that tower, the grate, you don't want to swim through that. Don't do it.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
We might see it though. I'm keeping my eyes open.
So let's see what we got. We have Legacy on orange. We have Gucci Gang on purple.
All right, let's go.
Here we go. So taking a look at the matchups that we have here, it looks okay. It looks like so we've got 2K. We got Soul and Gucci Rat with K Pros. We have that Dynamo coming from Gucci Cat. Of course, Gucci Fish using the Sploosh. Gucci Lion again with that custom Hydra scaring everybody away, but not Charger coming in with the Splatling remix. We've got Quick with the Kensa splatter shot, and Liam, I think, building armor and riding the tower using the splatter shot Junior.
Right. They actually did just clear the water there. Liam, I think, again, commanding on the tower with a 60-point lead here. Or I guess 60 points remaining. That entire push for Legacy is pretty good. The armor going out.
Legacy doing a great job here with the tower push.
Now the advantage of Liam and Charger being together on the tower is that Charger can take care of things from afar while Liam is flexible coming in and out.
That was rough. That was rough. Everybody ended up getting wiped in that push, but that is a super strong first push. Both checkpoints 1 and 2 have been cleared.
That's strong.
By Legacy.
Mm-hmm. That's a very quick clear for points 1 and 2. And the only push we've seen so far. Here, Gucci Gang, this is Gucci Gang's chance to push it back. There's 2 down on Team Legacy.
Definitely trying to range out, not Charger with that splatling. Here comes a Booyah Bomb.
Gucci Rat does
taking down Gucci Rat. Gucci Fish with the splashdown. It looks like the mid is under control right now by the Gucci Gang. Looks very purple in mid. And Gucci Gang beginning their push. Gucci Rat finding Soul. And Gucci Rat also finding Quick.
Gucci Rat needs to take out 3 to be able to continue this push, and is not able to do that.
But not Charger, yeah, able to take care of that problem.
Yeah, if you call me any time of the day and tell me to take out 3 squids, I'm going home. That's not it. So it's not Chargers watching over the point, and Legacy just needs to defend for the rest of the time since they have such a strong lead. We're gonna see Gucci Gang gonna try to open up with some fantastic offenses, and they have the Booyah Bomb ready. Rat does drop the Booyah Bomb actually, so that we're not gonna see a push anytime soon from them.
So Quick getting taken down by Gucci Cat in that Dynamo. Oh, Gucci Cat taking down Soul. Yes, here comes the push. It looks like they're gonna clear that first checkpoint, and they do. Gucci Gang on the move. Not Charger getting taken out by the Booyah Bomb.
Gucci Rat does take the chance to take out the missiles, but the missiles do land in the end. Gucci Fish is sitting on the tower trying to really hold the siege against Soul. Is it clear? They're very close. All they need is to get to 18. It's over the water. Oh, this is scary.
It is over the water.
Rat's stuck in the corner.
Team Legacy able to stop that push.
That is a stopped push. 32 points, and it seems like Gucci wasn't able to take it back.
And Liam, I think, getting on the tower, and unfortunately landing in the water.
Who landed in the water?
That water hazard is real.
Did it happen? Oh, I missed that one.
But there wasn't an assist. Liam was not marked at all.
Leading in kills is Soul this time around with the K-Pro. 18 kills throughout the match.
Gucci Rat currently providing coverage. Here comes the Booyah Bomb. Gucci Rat looking for where Team Legacy is. Getting an assist.
That push is still continuing. That Gucci push is going.
Gucci, again, the map looking like camouflage right now. Gucci Lion with that Hydra, managing to take down both Liam, I think, and not Charger.
Oh, it's just so close. 24 points. If they just held on a little longer, they would have made it past the water. That's really all they needed to do, but the push is over. Legacy's going to take it back, and Quick's going to sit on the tower and make sure nobody sneaks on that. Always got to play the point. Play objective.
This Legacy calmly defending right now.
With a pretty solid lead, 5 seconds left, it looks like they're going to be able to take this one pretty easily.
And that is a match for Legacy. So back and forth. This is exactly what we were hoping for today.
It's not a 3-0.
It's not going to be. This is not going to be a 3-0.
3-0.
So Team Legacy taking the tower control there in a pretty commanding opening push.
Yeah,
Gucci Gang getting really close on the back and actually managing to push back really hard. But again, it's all timing in this case, and they just couldn't keep enough people up.
They couldn't. I saw a lot of specials coming up from Gucci, but they kept it came in section. Like one was ready, then they used it. The second one was ready, they used it. The third one was ready, they used it. But not really together. They were maybe like 5-6 seconds
They were
apart.
chained. Yeah, they were chained most of the time.
That's
rather
the word
than
I'm
being
looking for.
simultaneous. Yeah. So definitely kind of again, in this map, we saw Liam, I think, fall into the water. And it's so easy to fall into the water on this map. It happens all the time. That tower can be pretty slick.
It's
with
slippery.
The blood of your enemies. Yeah.
No running on the tower.
That's right. Clam Blitz on Kelp Dome. Ooh, there is a trick on this stage. You can actually throw the clam. You can throw a single clam from the middle over to the clam basket, but you have to do a jump throw, and you only get one shot.
Oh, so, not the power clam though.
No, power clam you can't do, but you can throw a single clam. You can arc one correctly and actually throw it from the mid. It's something you can practice. It's actually something that's kind of fun to practice a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But because it is really kind of that Hail Mary clam going in at that point. And it can be, and it's very hard to defend somebody actually doing that because usually at that point, your team is clustered underneath the clam basket trying to defend it. You don't have somebody in mid
Mm.
able to do any killing. So it's just one of my favorite little quirks of Clam Blitz on this map is that you can actually get away with that.
Yeah,
And there are certain strategic reasons to do it. So
yeah. If you're 1 point off or 3 points
yeah,
off, you just go for it.
just go for it.
It sounds very cinematic. Like you've got it's like 20 seconds till the game's over, and you're the last squid standing, and you just need to get one clam in, and you're holding that
As
clam.
long as the basket's open, you have that chance. So it looks like everybody's readied up. It is getting to be that time. Clam Blitz on Kelp Dome.
I think I'll actually press my check mark this time. Right, yeah.
There you go.
We're good.
Press A. As
All right.
everybody says.
Go, hurry up. We are on grand finals. Gucci Gang sitting at 1, Legacy sitting at 1, and as the best of 5, the first 1 to 3 gets to take home the bragging right
Bragging rights indeed.
of having the strongest, weakest link.
That's right. All right, Gucci Gang is in green. We have Legacy in blue.
And on Kelp Dome, the Clam Blitz, this is a very interesting map, and we're not seeing Brella this time around. I remember seeing Clam Brellas.
But we are going to see that ballpoint versus custom Hydra matchup again, which has been so entertaining throughout this entire tournament.
Gucci's actually running 2 Splatlinks this time. Did we see the Nautilus from Gucci back? Wait, is that? Yeah, the Hydra and the Nautilus. So they're gonna play to a really long range game over here, and 2 power clams seem to be sitting with camera right. With Quick here, Quick gets to land 1, starting the push for Legacy. Starting the push for Legacy, and we'll see what happens to the second power clam.
So they get up to 74. Are they going to be? Is Legacy going to be able to get enough? Nope. They will draw that plus 13. Gucci Lion picking up the pity clam almost immediately. Gucci Fish building a route in. Gucci Lion getting stopped on the grate by Soul.
Does trade with Soul,
retrieving that clam is going to be difficult.
Yeah, no, that thing's going to disappear, no question. Right through the grate. Liam, I think, is alone.
Stopped.
Even in a situation, we got specials ready, but before drop, it's tough when they can build it up quickly, but they can't capitalize the fact that they have that special ready in the first place. So the Booyah Bomb goes down. Isn't able to use the Booyah Bomb. Gucci Fish is able to use that splashdown, but not much ink advantage for Gucci Gang. So they're going to need to spend some time either winning their 1v1s or just playing surfboard here. Because Legacy is pressing down this lead.
We've got Not Charger with a football right now. With that ballpoint.
Gucci Gang's back, they're able to defend again. Even though...
And, ooh, ouch.
Ooh, 3 were down before.
Gucci Fish coming in there.
Let's see them doing from the push. Nice from Gucci Gang again. They might be able to get up and pick ink up a little bit more and then push forward. Gucci Fish is paving the way.
And here comes that splashdown. That is the 4th splashdown from Gucci Fish in this match.
making it work. Gucci Cat works. Everybody's here. It seems like Gucci Gang is all together. Gucci Cat gets taken out by a grenade, while Soul takes out one more with just a sword.
And Gucci Lion getting that football in. But doesn't look like they're gonna be able to follow up on it. But it is, it gets some points on the board, which is what they definitely needed at this point.
If they can do it one more time, they actually have the lead.
If you add the numbers together, the score is actually 90-87. So really only one clam separates the two.
So as long as Legacy gets that power clam in, sorry, as long as Gucci gets that power climb, this game is pretty insane. Give Gucci that one chance with that possibility. Are they going to do it? The sensor's out. Gucci knows exactly what's going on behind those walls. Doesn't matter to Gucci Cat that he can't see it. Does jump in.
Gucci Cat super jumping in.
Ooh,
that is a Hail Mary push. That brings it to 70 to 74.
Ooh, and they can follow up with that, but with a minute left, that's a pretty good play to be able to eke out that last lead. Kitty Clan out for Team Legacy. To see how they approach this last push. Ooh. They're a little divided. Not Charja and Quick is going to the right, while you had 2 people left in the middle. Gucci wins that middle fight, is able to take the middle, and the ink distribution is going in Gucci's favor. Most of the clans are also sitting in the middle.
Not Charja, almost getting flanked right there, but Quick coming in and stopping Gucci Fish.
This has to
So
be
yeah, we definitely need to see a push from Legacy. Here it comes.
Charja goes in alone. Does the
there it is,
okay,
67 to 70.
Can they get another power?
That was a suicide push. Now we are gonna see a pity clam coming down. Gucci Lion's gonna grab that. Gucci Fish has a clam.
Oh, tries to make it happen. Doesn't quite.
Stopped.
Not Charja going.
Here comes the super jump. Getting stopped.
That super jump's gonna make it happen. That's it. That's the lead.
And that's it. That's it. The third clam comes in, flips it for Gucci Gang.
You know, I was a little worried. I saw Charja not see that that jump indicator when that super jump was coming in. I'm not sure which Gucci that was, but that was a Gucci play.
It was pretty Gucci.
Oh,
pretty Gucci right there. So that means that our current score is 2-1. Gucci Gang up over Legacy. Again, tight match there. That was decided in overtime. You know, there was almost no difference between the teams in terms of what points they needed to get. So, you know, that 3-point difference really, wow, that's keeping it close.
It's down to 1 power clam. I don't think I've seen Clam Blitz games that even in a while.
Yeah, that was pretty darn close. Well, you did say that you play solo queue, and that's where
that's fair. It's gonna be a KO. One way or another, it's gonna be a KO.
So we are coming up on Rainmaker on Moray Towers. Oh boy, this is always entertaining if you don't like Splatoon. No, it's it's always going to be a rough time. You know, this is such a vertical map. You know, you have to climb walls. You have to. There is no easy path to the Rainmaker podium. It really, this one to me is all about killing the other team. If you can kill the other team, keep them off the board, that's your chance to push.
Yeah, you have to wipe them at least 3 times, right? Just to get up
pretty much. You know, you're gonna watch the snipe. You have to watch your snipe. You have to watch the overlook. You have a lot of areas that you have to watch in order to keep this thing moving along. So, whoever, you know, this used to be Sniper Haven in Splatoon 1. This was Sniper Haven. It isn't so much in Splatoon 2. There's a little bit more of a gap between the towers, but I do expect to see sniper and long range weapon used for suppressing the mid, and I do expect to see you know, again, I expect to see a couple of short range weapons as well to keep the turf painted as much as possible. So you know, blocking the turf is always a legitimate tactic, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. There's still a lot of corners here, so I think anybody's playstyle can work as long as they stick to their area. Just such a large, too tall, crazy.
So in purple we have Team Legacy, in green we have Team Gucci. The Gucci Gang.
Gucci Gang is here. So if Gucci wins this, actually, if Gucci wins this, they win the tournament. This is a match point for Gucci. And as I say that, they lose 2 people immediately. So that first push is going to go over to Legacy. They're going to see if they can. Liam, I think, knows exactly which path to take.
Gucci Cat kind of sharking it right there. Stopping the Rainmaker push. Gucci Cat being very smart right there and not inking any territory, just staying in squid form. Kind of dangerous, but very effective. Makes it difficult Gucci Cat punishing not Charger, but getting, yeah, kind of getting in trouble there with Soul. Here comes Soul with the Rainmaker, gonna take it up the overlook.
Very good. Very good
You
cross.
can get a lot, if you can cross that, you get a lot of points right away.
I think you get down
But
to
no,
45.
they are stopping it. They're saying, no, you don't get to go this way. This is not your way to go.
Liam gets Gucci
So-
Fish. And they are able to continue that point
Overlook
there.
again. And there's those, that
46.
huge point jump to 46.
All you gotta do is
Gucci
plant your
Cat.
feet there. That's all you gotta do.
That's all you got to do. I mean, that is a huge point jump. You go from 80 something to 46. Gucci Fish taking the Rainmaker, taking it back the other direction.
See if they cross through the middle or it's going up the snipe. We're not sure which way Gucci Fish wants to take before they get taken out, actually. That's not gonna happen. That was a lot of focus on them. I'm surprised
Quick with the splash down.
I'm surprised the Gucci gang wasn't going with Gucci Fish on that push at all. Gucci Fish was alone. Man. Soul with a 3-up bomb.
And, oh my god, Fish coming in and taking Quick out from behind.
Fish gets 2. Gets Leo.
And no, that's going to be an end to that push by Soul. Soul sharking here. Taking down the Gucci Cat.
Control goes back to Gucci. Gucci Lion with that Rainmaker. Needing desperately to close in that 45. The entire match. The entire 2 minutes so far, the Rainmaker has been on the Gucci side.
Gucci Fish taking that Rainmaker back. Trying to get a little bit of distance between the team. Here comes the Booyah Bomb on the Rainmaker.
Is able to
Not Charger guessing where Gucci Fish was going to go and guessing right.
Nice. It's such a large range.
It's called reading in professional, but I call it guessing because I'm not really that pro.
Oh, there's just so many sprays, so many kills here. Gucci Rat is able to take out 2 people. Quick is behind Lion, who's trying to push forward. Might not be able to get Lion because the rest of the Gucci gang is playing protect the president here. Oh, Gucci Lion going up ahead. This is the chance for them to place their feet on it.
Will Gucci Lion get it
Oh,
to the
no.
top? Will they get it to the top? Almost. There it is.
That's it. They got the lead.
There
now.
it is. There's the lead. That's the lead.
And Gucci
Gucci
Lion.
gang taking the lead by taking it up the overlook and then going a little bit further.
Oh man, with the 33 points no less. That's difficult to keep. 32 now.
Gucci Fish grabbing that Rainmaker and causing it to reset, but paying the ultimate price in
quick
so
slide.
doing. So Legacy with the Rainmaker. Here comes Soul with Booyah Bomb.
On the side, stopping somebody from trying to come in that left flank. Not gonna work for them. Soul does
So
protect very well.
Rainmaker pretty much back to the middle.
It's in the middle with ink advantage, pretty even. Not really.
Yeah.
There's a bit going to Gucci. Gucci does contain control over Legacy's ramp, so we'll have to see if they can keep that control, or if they're just going to be shooting down this corridor here. Leo, I think, does take out Gucci Rat. That's
Quick
3.
coming in, trying to stop what's going on up on the snipe.
Quick's trying to
So
go
Legacy
huge
with the
pressure.
Rainmaker. Currently, it is a 4v3 push, and Gucci Lion getting taken down by Quick.
Quick, like you said, Quick's trying to pick out as many people as he can, and with that, opening up the path for their team.
And all that Booyah Bomb mess. So
Oh,
Legacy,
God.
you know, here comes Gucci Rat with the 10 missiles.
Oh,
Legacy getting the pop. Ooh, Quick getting found.
wow, hard.
Oh no!
Charger going up too fast.
Charger going up the wall and getting stopped on the wall. Here comes another pop. They're super jumping in. Gucci Fish coming in.
This is the final. Is Gucci going to be able to take it? They have the lead. 5 more seconds before they actually win the entire tournament.
Quick
And
with the
Quick is here to be able to take it. Oh, and that's it. A good
That's
defense. All it takes is one wall to stop you.
Yeah, those walls, and you know, watching for those super jump landing points, man, we're seeing some pretty intense action there. But
Mhm.
you know what? Gucci Gang, that's their 3rd win.
That is it.
That is their 3rd win. So congratulations to Gucci Gang.
That
They
was
have
a
trained
very-
their weakest link.
Man, They have
And,
true.
and
Yeah, they have.
actually, a huge congratulations to Team Legacy too. They did have to deal with a last minute substitution, um, but fantastic.
Yeah, get used to a person in 2 hours as opposed to a week. That last minute substitution does change things up, but they had a strong first push on Moray Towers. That
That's right.
when they opened up, they were the first ones to plant their feet up that wall and gave Gucci Gang such a hard time to even make it up there. But all it takes is that one extra push.
Yeah, that one extra push was able to do it. But yeah, in Rainmaker on Moray Towers, it really is a game of defense for the
Mm-hmm.
most part. And that's exactly what we saw. And pushing up the overlook that way was just again, that gets you from 80 some points to 46 right away. Right
Mm-hmm.
away.
Right away.
And so it's a great way to go. There's actually another way that I go every once in a while, that involves going right through the mid and with the jump, but that's a lot harder to do. So,
That's a
but
fun
yeah,
one.
I think what we saw though was some great coordination with Gucci Gang. And again, I was watching a little bit of what Gucci Fish, which is Lightning Lifeguard, was doing. And again, that sploosh play, camping those landing spots on the super jumps. If they don't have a splashdown, that sploosh is going to overwhelm you when you land. So, I saw a lot of that coming out of Light, who was the weakest link on Gucci Gang.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That
seeing some clutch plays all around, though.
overall, yeah. I
Definitely,
saw
definitely pretty exciting.
I saw Liam a few times as well, getting some really good flanks, picking off people 1v1. Think about it, taking out X rankers 1v1. That feels good sometimes.
Well, well, it's easier to take them out one by one rather than all at once.
Oh
So.
well. Good luck with the 1v4. That's the next step. That's how you get real good. Just let them beat you down.
I've done that exactly once,
Uh,
and getting a quad against a top seeded
uh.
team, a Division X team. I somehow did that once, and don't ask how.
I'm sure it was a great time.
Just don't ask how.
So, once again, Gucci Gang, congratulations. Previously known as Yeehaw. That's Vanessa, Brave Blue, Minueto X, and Lightning Lifeguard. Congratulations for winning first place. In second place is Legacy, going to Quick, not Charger, Lost. Snow. Wait, was it Snow? No, wait. What was that? What was that person's name? Star?
Oh,
No,
Soul,
Soul. That's the one. There's S's in there.
Soul.
I knew it was S. I knew it was four letters.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Soul and Liam, I think. That was a great set of matches. I enjoyed that very much, and thank you as well, Ink Dragons, making it through. Congratulations to you guys, Frostbite for making it through to Top Cut, and thank you Cephalo Gaming for making it there, Hunting Dragon for playing, and Xanadu for also playing. And thanks to everybody for tuning in. I think that's all we've got tonight. Are we?
I think that's it for tonight. We'll wait for DJam. DJam is in the chat if he has a raid or a host that he would like to do.
Yeah, we got a raid going on. Are we gonna wait for that? Oh, actually, before we go on, DJam does have a special video for everybody.
Oh, that's right. That's right. There is
Like
a
to see.
special video to wrap this up for those of you that are looking for clues.
So congratulations to everybody all around. Thank you so much for competing. We will play the video and we'll stick around and chat to see where the raid goes. Sounds good, guys?
Sounds good.
Thank you very much for everybody. Thank you, Zada.
Thank you,
DJam.
Sauce.
Thank you,
It was a
Lepto.
pleasure as always. Definitely an enjoyable time, and I hope everybody else enjoyed here. Remember, both Sauce and I stream. We have slightly different styles and slightly different focuses, but
Sure.
we, as you can tell, the Splatoon community is pretty broad, and we can all kind of get together and have some fun with the Off the Dial series.
So yeah, if you ever catch any of us on Twitch, we'll be around. Zada does some nice private battle tournaments. I do myself some solo queue. So whatever's your speed, we got your stuff. At least I think we do.
I think usually we do. Usually we do. So
come by and chill
All right.
sometime. Thank you, everybody.
We'll see y'all next time.
Happy holidays.